time for the pageantry of high school football in the coal regions on your live local sports leader T102 and streaming at T102radio.com. Even through all of the ups and downs of getting the 2020 football season underway, tonight's matchup has been circled on the calendar since Williams Valley and Nativity announced they would become Schuylkill League members for football. The Vikings will be playing their third contest in 9 days. The Green Wave are off to a 2-0 start. Williams Valley brings a prolific passing game to the table with a combination of Bryce Herb and Jesse Engel. However, the Vikings are still seeking the complement to make their offense more potent. Nativity has its own combination through the air between Cody Miller and Keegan Brennan that has given opposing defense fits. But Jacob Hoffman has added another dimension running the football that has provided the Green Wave the ability to make planning tough. Will the Vikings ship crews through St. Clair, or will the Wave be ringing the bell again at home? This is the game we've been all waiting for, as Williams Valley is at Nativity tonight on T102 Sports.
The following is a sports presentation of the Pottsville Broadcasting Company and T102 Radio.
The T102 High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by the following community-minded sponsors. Black Rock Truck and Equipment. We focus on one customer at a time. You. Joe Thur's Automotive. Get world-class repairs by a world-class technician. Daywall and Legal Hardware Incorporated, Schuylkill County's Harmon Stove headquarters. Mac Tools. They're not just tools, they're Mac Tools. Lehigh Valley Health Network. Your health deserves a partner. TB Landscaping Supply. Make your property the all-star in your neighborhood. HB Steel & Sons Oil Company, providing year-round comfort since 1947. The Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association. Modern oil heat, warm, safe, and reliable. Aaron's Sale and Lease. Trust Chet and find the big score. CACL Financial. You won't find a better fiduciary relationship anywhere. Easy rent to own. Bad credit, no problem. Everyone's approved. OIP Pottsville, where the food is flame smoking good. Wiener Iron and Metal Incorporated, recycling for our future. Phoenix Physical Therapy. At Phoenix, you can recover, recharge, and rise. Rinaldi Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Drive happy. Vito Rinaldi Chevrolet. Check out the all-star lineup on the Gold Star Highway. Adelphia Seafood. There's fresh and there's Adelphia Fresh. Fish and seafood so fresh, you'll swear it was just reeled in. Reynolds Consumer Products. We create products people love. MI Windows and Doors, the clear choice. There's a lot that goes on behind our windows. Sunbury Motor Company. SMC is where you want to be. The T102 High School Football Game of the Week is also made possible by the following local businesses.
The Simon Kramer Institute, Impassioned Cancer Care close to home. Binghamton's Auto Center Sales and Service. Kyle and his crew can keep you motoring along. Rodnick's Discount Groceries. Check out the savings each week. Tell them Joey sent you. The batting cages at the church. Get your swing on in any weather. The Green Wave Association, supporting all of the extracurricular programs at Nativity BVM since 1982. The Pellish Law Firm, a small firm that focuses on everyday people in Pennsylvania. St. Clair & Associates PC. Can your business afford not to have a reliable accountant? And Pfeiffer Brown D. Nicole and Franz, fighting for the injured since 1978. Your choice for workers' compensation. Now let's head to St. Clair as the Williams Valley Vikings are set to tangle with the Nativity Green Wave. Here's John Powers and Chaz Hepler.
Now we're going to be live on the stream. Now we're okay.
Now we are okay. We are okay.
Thanks, Justin.
Little blitzed
I
over
should
the
have left
last.
his microphone live.
Little blitzed over the last 2 days, but we're here for a great matchup here tonight. Looks like the weather's clearing up a little bit, and I'm expecting a brawl.
Boy, I'm hoping the weather does clear up a little bit. We had rain in our earlier game. This was not in the forecast, so it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out as time goes on, John. You said it. Towards the south, it's starting to look a little brighter down there. But, you know, what's going to be bright tonight? Let's talk about the bright spots of this game. You know, you have for Nativity, you have Cody Miller and his hookup with Keegan Brennan. You have Jacob Hoffman running the football. For Williams Valley, Bryce Herb and his connection with Jesse Engel as well. And then, you know, you take a look at all of this mix tonight, and you got to believe it's going to be a powder keg.
I believe that. I really do. Nativity, of course, at 2-0 coming in. Very balanced attack, 182 yards, rushing 145 yards, throwing the ball through the first 2 games. That's a good mix. Williams Valley, look, they're going to pound at you, but, boy, they have another very impressive air attack with Herb especially to Engel. But there are a bunch of guys there for the Williams Valley Vikings that can catch it. And talking about catching, you got Keegan Brennan, Spolsky, Walborn just hauling in passes. I expect this to be, other people were saying, oh, it may be this fight in the trenches, it's this. This is another one of those games that maybe who scores last that walks out of here with the victory. I expect a little more scoring than most other people expect.
You know, John, it's amazing when you come to a game of this magnitude here this evening. Move to a Saturday. Williams Valley's 3rd game, 9 days. You know, and this is the game, as the intro talked about, that everybody was waiting for at the end of last season. And then these schools coming in as Schuylkill League opponents in the cooperative, they were in the same division to play during the regular season, and everybody said that's going to be the game that's going to decide what's going to happen in the championship of District 11.
Yeah, and here it comes pretty early in the season. Hats off to Pat Mason and Nativity for pushing the game back. Of course, Williams Valley had a game last Friday. Then they played again Tuesday against a spectacular Mount Carmel team. And Nativity agreed to move it to Saturday, give them another day of rest and prep. And that speaks volumes. We talked about it earlier on the show today about the feeling of the coaches in the Schuylkill League, the congeniality to say, hey, we'll give you some time. This is a big game. We'll play you on Saturday.
Indeed. Well, John, we had the opportunity to catch up with both coaches this morning, and we talked to Tim Savage about this run in games. And, well, let's hear what Coach Savage has to say coming into this one.
Welcome to Tim Savage. Tim, you certainly had a crazy schedule early in the season here, but thanks for being with us. And big matchup tonight against the Nativity Green Wave.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's going to be a good game tonight out there in Pottsville. We're looking forward to it. We got a short turnaround, got a bounce back from a disappointing, difficult, but if there ever was one, a productive loss.
Yeah, it's fine.
Our guys are ready to go. We're, chomping at the bit to get back.
Okay.
Well,
open the window.
Very end, and I'm glad you brought that up.
It'll do it.
Over there that really hurt you.
The paramedics are standing by.
The whole game, and you had some outstanding individual performances. Best of all, seen a better receiving game than Jesse Engel had the other night.
Yeah, he's just got such nice hands for his size, and he's got the whole package there. He's got enough of speed, he's got plenty of size, and he's got fantastic hands, and he runs great routes. And Bryce just always knows where he's going to be. They just been close forever. There's a whole article there, and the Republican Leroy did a great job. It just helps when you just kind of know where each other is going to be around the field. Or if Bryce gets flushed, Jesse knows where to get, where to sit. He knows the coverages and stuff. So they got a nice hookup going on there, and right now we're just grooming another guy, whether it's Brady Evans or Jake Herman, Bronson Kelly, someone. We're going to get another solid number one wideout, so that'll help the calls out as well.
Well, again, you have a very diversified offense. Your runners have certainly stepped up, Wolfgang, having a good game, but you have a bunch of other kids there. And in addition to Engel, you have a bunch of kids who are catching the ball for you.
Yeah, we're spreading it around, just trying to find out who's going to be the next guy we can lean on beyond Jesse. And some kids are rising to the top, and we'll get that figured out here relatively soon. On offense, it's you only got so much practice time, so I really pride myself and our program on the fact that we rush it and throw it well. And that's just, you really got to balance your time. You really got to know what you're doing, and you really have to get the kids moving forward to a practice schedule efficiently to be good at both, and that's where we're at right now. And we have the natural talent there in the passing game. With having a quarterback like Bryce, we can kind of move in a little bit more hone in on our backs and our line this year. But it's nice to see we go at it equal time both ways, and it looks to be paying dividends. I mean, we can do it through the air, do it on the ground, and I like watching our offense.
Well, interesting the other night against a very, very, very talented Mount Carmel team. You give up 333 on the ground, and I probably know the answer to this. Do you make any changes going up against Nativity now, who has more of a diversified offense, or do you just stick with the program plan?
Well, it's like there's a pro and a con there. It's the pro for us is Nativity's not going to have the physical size and the experience. I mean, Mount Carmel will go back to 3 out of their 5 linemen, and they do a good job there. The Nativity won't have all that size coming at us, but the flip side is Nativity will be more dynamic, where the ball can go many other places. Like Mount Carmel, we knew throwing the ball was just about inept, and it was. But at the end of the day, when they're running so efficiently, our only saving grace would be to turn them over, make a few plays behind the sticks, or they draw penalties. Otherwise, they're just methodically just going to keep trucking at 4 or 5 yards a clip, where I don't believe Nativity is going to be able to bleed us on the ground like that, but Nativity will be more diverse and dynamic and can hit some big chunk plays.
Oh, they proved that. A receiver like Brennan, who's just having a breakout year, just 6 catches, but for almost 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, and running the ball. Hoffman has had a spectacular year already, averaging almost 10 yards a carry. Anything that you do to look at these two and say, hey, this is where we must win the ball game, shut these two guys down?
Oh, absolutely. Those, right on the whiteboard, Brennan and Huffman's statistics are up there, and it's what's going to happen here, fellas? Is this going to continue where these guys are running for 9+ yards a carry, and I know the Brennan kid 4 TDs against Pottsville and 100+ yards on the receptions. Is this who they are, or are we going to change the course here? And so the kids are challenged. I mean, it's been a really short turnaround, but it's been a very effective one. Where we didn't waste any time. There's no goofing off. It's all business. We can see the numbers that they're putting up, and it's our job to see and basically put that to the test. It's their will versus ours, and it's going to be like that up front, but it's also going to be like that in the skill positions where my skills got to outplay their skills. Something's gonna give, or else it's just going to be a shootout all the way to the very end. That's the other option.
Yeah, and fans love that. But I got to tell you, Tim, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule this morning. We wish you luck tonight. We'll see you there, and we'll wave to you from the booth.
All right. Well, thanks for covering the game.
There you have it, Tim Savage, talking about coming into this one. Like he said, there's no mystery between these two schools. They know who the hired guns are.
How simple can Tim put it? We talked earlier about KISS when you're going into games. Keep it simple, stupid. Tim simply looks at his team, puts up stats for the Green Wave, and says, what's going to happen? Here it is, guys. This guy's killing them on the run. This guy's catching passes. The quarterback's having a great year. What's going to happen? Because a lot of that is in the hands of his defense, and he just presents it to him as simple as can be, says, let's go play.
Well, John, here in St. Clair tonight, getting set for kickoff on the Berg Schuylkill Oil Heat Association pregame show. We're going to take a timeout Remember, the Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association members take pride in not only delivering heating oil, but also offering heating and cooling services to satisfy all of your home energy needs. To find your local dealer, visit www.bsoha.org and find the member search section. Williams Valley, Nativity, set to do battle here tonight. And we've got it on T102 Sports and Scoop News. Back here tonight at St. Clair, Nativity, Williams Valley, set to get things together, John. And we had an opportunity, well, you had an opportunity to catch up with Pat Mason. And let's hear what the boss of the Green Wave had to say coming into tonight.
Pat, great seeing you again. We're getting ready for a game that a lot of people circled early in the season against these Williams Valley Vikings. But let's take us back a little bit. Your first two games, big win over Pottsville. Of course, last week, Pequea Valley, another win as you prepare. Give us a little bit of info about how you got through those two games, how they worked out in your plan, and then we'll get into where you're going tonight.
Well, I guess it's been an interesting plan because, you come into the season not knowing what to expect, obviously, from what we've been going through, and not knowing who you're going to play until they change the schedule at the last minute. You get an opportunity to play Pottsville week one, and obviously a huge win for our program. Then, we got a little banged up against Pottsville, and no excuses. We just didn't execute last week, and kids had a very excitable week of practice leading up to Pequea Valley because, everybody's talking about the Pottsville win, and try as a coach to try to refocus your kids, but, they're kids. You know how that works. I mean, I'm always a firm believer in, playing athletics in high school is like 80% mental. And, our kids just didn't go in with the right mentality, and, that's my fault. And, we refocused on Monday, and we're ready to go.
Well, it's interesting because you got here, you have a very balanced offense.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, your defense is doing a nice job, but I got to tell you what, your offense almost 182 yards a game, 140 on the ground, 145 throwing the ball. You throw a lot of different things at people, and very often in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, my philosophy, I've been calling offense for, like 16, 17 years, or how long I've been a head coach. I don't even remember anymore. But, my philosophy on calling the offense is always, small amount of plays large amount of formations. You know, we throw a lot of formations at teams. You know, we got probably like 20 different looks we throw at teams, and, you know, we probably only run 5-6 different plays. You know, so, you know, from the standpoint, again, back to that mentality thing, the guys up front, you know, their job doesn't change much. All they need to hear is that one buzzword, and they know what the play is, you know. And, you know, we have a good group of skill kids that can adjust and play at multiple positions, and, you know, basically I let them run the show. I'm like, hey, guys, you know where you got to be. You guys want to switch different positions at different times, and, you know, it just works out well. I mean, I'm fortunate. I mean, I have, you know, 10 starters coming back on offense. You know, these guys have been with me. They know my game. They know my system, and you know, we kind of picked right up where we left off last year, you know, on day one, and not many teams could do that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, again, you have Huffman, who's killing it on the ground. Brennan just having an incredible year, but your defense also, you already have 4 interceptions on the season, and yet tonight now you're going up against one of the premier passers, not only in the Schuylkill League, but in the state. How about prep for that, Pat?
Well, you know, he's a great player. You know, his brother was a great player. I coached against his brother. You know, I mean, it seems like Williams Valley just keeps churning out great athletes and stuff. And obviously he's an area of concern for us. But, you know, as soon as you start leaning heavy on one side, you know, the other side bites you. I mean, Tim Savage is too good of a coach to let that happen. You know, he knows what we're trying to do. You know, I know what he's trying to do. And, you know, that's the chess match, you know, trying to figure out what they want and what they're giving you and trying to exploit the weaknesses and stuff. And, I mean, obviously, you know, Angle, you know, it doesn't matter if you double cover him or triple cover him. You know, he's gonna make his plays. You know, and that's kind of the way you got to go about when you play teams that have elite players like that, where, you know, you have to obviously try to minimize the damage, you know, but you got to realize in the end, you know, he's going to make his throws. Herb's going to make his throws. Angle's going to make his catches. You know, but the Wolfgang kid is tough. I mean, he's a good player. I mean, they got a lot of good players on that team. And I think one thing they have is their season. You know, I mean, they've been through big games. They've won 3 out of the last 4 district championships. And, you know, they're where we want to be. You know, I kept telling our kids all week, you know, Pottsville's a great win. I mean, but it's over. You know, the Pottsville game's behind you. You know, if you want to be a champion, which is our goal, we obviously didn't get into this and start this program, you know, when I took over 4 years ago to beat Pottsville, because we never thought that was going to be a chance. You know, our goal was to win a district championship. And if you want to win a single A district championship, you know, you got to go through Williams Valley. That simple.
Yeah, you talk about the kids out there. Personally, I think they're all savages since that man walked in. But he gets things done, and you both talk so eloquently about the program and the dedication of your kids stepping up to that. They have a heck of a running back also in Wolfgang. But you mentioned Engel. You know, you can almost see him smiling, even from up top, if they try to single coverage that young man, but he can catch it with 3 on him. That presents something. How about your defensive backfield? Where are they in the developmental stage this year?
Well, I think my philosophy of covering the pass is always, you know, get a pass rush. You know, that's the key. I mean, I think we got 3 pretty quick guys up front. You know, we're a 3-4, 3-5 look, and, you know, we get a good pass rush coming in, and obviously, you know, if we don't let Herb get time, you know, that helps our D-backs out a little bit. Like I said, their D-backs are always at a disadvantage. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, Engel's a great player. He's physical. He's big. You know, but our D-backs all return. You know, Cody Miller and Julius Walborn and Marcus Voppel all return in the defensive backfield. Jacob Huffman plays safety for us too. You know, but the guys up front, you know, the Jay Cooper Avages, Josh Jacoby and TJ Wagner, you know, bringing the heat. You know, you have, you know, Spolsky and Jack Miller on the corners, you know, Fletcher Eads and you know, Braden Feisel and those guys in the middle, and, you know, Schreffler, you know, I mean, they all bring, we're very athletic on defense. We're not so big on defense, but we're very athletic on defense. You know, we got a lot of team speed, you know, and that's kind of what our strength is. So we're going to try to play to that tonight and, you know, see what happens.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We really appreciate you taking the time this morning, Pat. We'll see you tonight. We'll wave from the press box. We won't be down there, but good luck tonight against the Vikings.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet.
This year may be the craziest year we've ever experienced, but some things are constant.
Whole region football is lit.
TB Landscaping and TB Landscaping Supply is your premier landscaper and a proud supporter of the player of the game. You supported TB Landscaping and TB Landscaping Supply during the lockdown, and to say thanks, we proudly sponsor T102 Broadcast and the
player of the game,
exemplifying our motto, simply the best. Visit us at 1770 Long Run Road, Schuylkill Haven, or call 570-739-46 $37.70 for curbside.
10 seconds.
From Terry, Franny, Maddie, and Tucker, and all the employees of TV Landscaping, thank you. Good luck, Coach 4, and let's go Canes.
T102 Sports.
About to do battle here tonight. Vikings in green wave. And this ought to be a dandy, John. And what's your easy rent-to-own keys to tonight's game? No credit, bad credit, no worries. Everybody gets approved.
Whichever team shuts down or controls the other's passing game wins this game.
You know, John, I think turnovers may come into play here tonight. Gave Williams Valley problems Tuesday night. I want to see how well they clean that up. Nativity, a little bit more focused this week, it sounds like, from Pat Mason.
Yeah, and I love talking to these guys, both class coaches, talking about their programs and their kids. And Pat said, you know, we had some mistakes last game, and immediately said, that's my fault. That's on me. That's what the great coaches do. But I got to tell you what, you know, I'm a graduate of Nativity, but it was so long ago that we sang the alma mater to the tune of "Oh Christmas Tree." Now, you got to be a little older to understand that. And I saw the first fight of the night, Huey Riley fighting with the girl over who was going to sing the alma mater. Thank goodness the girl won.
I didn't know Huey volunteered to sing at every event. I know somebody that does. But
Yeah.
anyway, Nativity will be kicking the football off and moving right to left. As we see it here from the shell on top of the bleachers, it's going to be an adventure tonight. And we are underway, and it's going to be a low-line drive. Going to be fielded somewhere around the 15-yard line, and springing it back.
Watch out.
For Williams Valley is Alex Achenbach. Gets it out to the 45-yard line. And let's take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. First, for Williams Valley on offense, Mason Evans and Ezzie Hyder, the tackles, the guards, Braden Shadle and Owen Shoup. Jackson Yoder will be the center, the tight end, Jesse Engel. On the outside, we'll see Jake Herman and Brady Evans. The fullback will be Logan Williard. And Hunter Wolfgang, the halfback, Bryce Herb, the quarterback in this Williams Valley offense.
Be interesting to see how they start. Very diversified, both teams.
They're going to pull it in for Hunter Wolfgang, the tailback. Football's loose, and we may have our first turnover of the night, or are they going to rule it that he's down?
Nativity running off here, buddy.
Football. There you have it. Turnover right off the bat. We'd go through the defense for Nativity, but here comes their offense. So Bennett McNamara and Liam Riley are the tackles, the guards. Kyle Kenton, Grant Lapachinski. Anthony Cromer is the center, the tight end, T.J. Wagner. Keegan Brennan, Dylan Schreffler will play the wide outs. The fullback is Steven Spolsky. Jacob Hoffman is the running back. And Cody Miller will climb under center. Defensively for the Vikings, Hunter Wolfgang, Mason Evans, the ends, Ezzie Height, Kobe Bettinger. The tackles, the linebackers, Jackson Yoder, Jesse Engel, Logan Williard, and Isaac Whiteash. And Miller looking to throw, scrambling and going to get caught. Almost back to the line of scrimmage. And leading the charge for the Vikings, Jesse Engel there. The defensive backfield, Bronson Kelly, Bryce Herb, and Jake Herman. So pickup of maybe a yard. Makes it 2nd down and 9. Our officials for tonight's ball game, Mr. Powers.
Yeah, Jason Boris, Joe Greco, my good buddy Mike Stepanchik, Len Hardy, and Tom Lasisko.
Stepanchik, he was like Clark Kent in a phone booth.
Yes, but with the bigger outfit.
It was over in Minersville today where Mahanoy area defeated the Batlin Miners 48-12. Pass complete. As Miller's going to hook up on the far side of the field. Well, we got to figure that out, John. It's Dylan Schreffler making the reception. 1st and 10 wave. Football spotted at the 39-yard line. No hash marks here tonight.
Big 10-yard pickup, though, on the first pass of Nativity's first down in the ball game.
So now Miller going to work in the gun. He'll bring a man in motion, fakes the handoff. Miller keeps straight ahead. A flag on the play. Miller picked up 10, but I think we're going to have a hold here, John.
I'm looking at Jason Boris. I haven't seen a preliminary signal yet. General vicinity usually is a hold or a block in the back.
It's going to be a hold, I believe. Lehigh Valley Health Network injury report tonight. Everybody that was expected to be in uniform is. It is a hold. Spot penalty will be a 10-yard step off. That'll make it first down and 20 here for the Wave. Lehigh Valley Health Network, they also have a new orthopedic sports medicine practice in Pottsville with Dr. Carl Helmold and Dr. Stephen Evans. And they treat more than sports injuries. They provide care for a variety of orthopedic ailments right here close to home. Learn more at lvhn.org/sportsmedicine or call 888-402-LVHN. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. So first and 20. Again, Miller going to stand in the gun all alone in the backfield, drifting to his left. He had 3 receivers here. He's going to tuck and run. Looks to get up the sideline. Might have picked up 5. Coming up to make the stop, Jackson Yoder.
Well, so far the defensive backfield, linebackers of Williams Valley preventing anybody from getting open. That's a big deal here because Miller had a tuck and run when I think he much would have rather thrown it.
Got to thank our good friends at the Blue Tavern. What a pregame meal we stopped between games tonight.
Yeah, it was absolutely terrific.
Tell you what, they certainly treat you like family in there, John.
Yep, greatest staff you're ever going to run into.
Handoff this time is going to be Hoffman. Jake straight up the gut on 2nd down and 15. Picks up about 12. It'll make it 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, the penalty pushed him back, but Hoffman picking up where he left off last 2 weeks.
So 3rd and short here. The football right around the 32, John?
Yeah, it looks that way. Again, there are no markings. Please bear with us. Except for the 5-yard mark, there's no hashes.
Miller going to keep again. This time has some trouble getting forward. He's going to be close to a first down. Coming up to make the stop for the Vikings, Tristan Gillard, along with Jackson Yoder. It will be enough for the first down.
Second first down to get it on the ground. Picks up a look like about 3, Chaz. But enough for a first down. Most important.
So the Wave working off of our first turnover, the very first play from scrimmage for the Vikings. They fumble the football. Boy, there's a nice-sized crowd over to our left in the parking lot. That's where the Williams Valley faithful are hanging out tonight. Glad to see everybody here. Miller again going to try and tuck and run. Hurdles one would-be tackler on the near sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds around the 10. Bryce Herb with a shot there.
Boy, Miller doing a great job, and that was a designed run. There was no fake towards anything else, but he picks up a big 22 and another first down for the Green Wave.
The 1st and goal. Boy, Miller doing an awful lot of the handling of the football this evening, JP.
Absolutely. We talked earlier, we did an earlier game. Saw a lot of balls slipping out of people's hands and so on. May just want to tuck and run more often here.
You don't see Spolsky in motion. Handoff is to Hoffman.
He's in.
Forward, and he's in for the Green Wave score.
Big 9 yards for Hoffman on his 2nd carry, and TD Green Wave taking advantage of that turnover.
So Nativity strikes first here tonight. Miller will attempt the point after. So the Wave a little more focused than they were against Peckway Valley. Pat wasn't kidding on that. The kick is up and the kick is good. 7:35 remaining here in the first quarter. It's Nativity 7, Williams Valley nothing. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
At Aaron.
T102, connected to you through.
Well, the Green Wave get in the end zone first here tonight. Don't have to worry about it, John. He's got it all under control. T102 Sports, Scoop News. We're not quite sure what moniker we're using, but we are live streaming tonight. If you want to watch this one and hear us, you can do so at Scoop News on Facebook or scoopnews.com. But, JP, let's talk about that Green Wave Sunbury Motor Company drive summary.
Sure. Take advantage of a turnover. They held the ball for 4 minutes, 49 total yards in 8 plays. Huffman taking it in from 9 yards out.
The kickoff will be fielded around the 10. Coming forward with it this time is going to be Logan Willier. And he'll bring it out to about the 33-yard line. And that's where Williams Valley will get their second shot at this. Let's take a look at the defense for Nativity. The ends are T.J. Wagner and Jake Cooper-Ravage. The nose tackle, Josh Jacoby. The linebackers, Dylan Schreffler, Steven Spolsky, Jake Hoffman, Jack Miller, and Fletcher Eads. The corners are Cody Miller and Marcus Valpel. And the safety is Julius Walborn. So 1st and 10 for Williams Valley. Evans will go in motion. Handoff is going to be to Hunter Wolfgang. Wolfgang not finding much space. Hoffman up to make the stop there. Might have gained a yard or two. He's 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, we'll give him 2. Nativity pursuing terrific so far. Chaz, they caused that turnover on the first possession of the game, and this time Wolfgang looking to get outside, and Nativity having nothing at it, trying for him to sweep the end.
So Herb going to climb under. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side, looking to throw, pressure coming. Shots on the way downfield, and the pass is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Jesse Engel. I'll make it 3rd down and 8 here for the Vikings.
Well, good pattern, good ball thrown, but terrific defense. Double teamed, as most teams are going to do, to Engel for the rest of the season, no question about it. But we've seen him make those catches, Chaz, in traffic.
Tuesday night, he had about 7 or 8 of those.
He certainly did, with people hanging on him, but that's great defense by the Nativity defensive backs.
3rd down. Herb ready. Straight drop again. Looking downfield, has some time, sets up over the top again, intended for Engel. Not going to be able to get there. Coverage provided by Cody Miller. Engel trying to look for an interference call there, John, and not going to find one.
Yeah, look, Cody Miller just slowed down a little bit. Engel ran into him, actually, but that's really good defense. Took away the opportunity for Engel to run past him. Turns into an incompletion, and now after the big fumble on the first play of the game, now they got to kick it away.
Engel out to punt it. 4th and distance. Football right around the 37 on the Williams Valley side of the field. Engel, a high end-over-end kick. I think the Green Wave return game had a little bit of trouble figuring that one out. It will take a little bit of a bobble in favor of the Vikings, but the Wave going to get the football back with decent field position here, John. Right around the, let's say, 30.
What?
That's fair.
That's fair. It's going to be as fair as we could get for the most part, trying to read these.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give some
marks.
I'm going to have to give the business to Jerry Cooper-Ravage and tell him he needs to put a little heavier paint down when he's putting these lines down.
Put that paint down. Give us a chance to see it. Now here comes the Nativity offense. They did a great job on that first drive, taking 4 minutes off and getting it into the end zone.
Again, Miller going to work out of the gun. 3 receivers to the near side. He comes this way, sets up, floats it high down the sideline. That's going to be incomplete.
Out of
as
bounds.
Keegan Brennan was lit out of bounds. And we'll make it 2nd down and 10.
That's a heck of a throw by Miller, though, to the outside. And I can tell you, he tried very hard, Keegan did, to keep his feet in bounds, and just a little bit too far toward the sideline.
Well, I think Nativity is come loaded for bear here, John.
Absolutely. I thought it was going to be that kind of a game, and Air Green Wave against Air Vikings, it could turn into at some point.
Miller this time a quick give. And that's going to be Jacob Hoffman pushing it forward for a pickup of 2. Jackson Yoder in on the stop once again.
Test in the middle of that line, Chaz. Good idea, which could open it up for people on the outside. You just got to make a play honest at every moment. That's the key in this ball game.
So 3rd and 7 for Nativity. 5 minutes left to play here in this first quarter. Nativity already up 7-0. Here comes another deep ball for Brennan. He'll make the catch this time. Herb will bring him down, but not before Brennan gets forced out at the 31.
36-yard reception, pass and reception by Brennan. And boy, I'll tell you what, Green Wave starting to get down into serious territory here again. Their 4th first down of the game.
So Miller will check the sidelines. Double wing look. Give this time is Spolsky looking to get to the outside. Turns upfield. Works his way ahead for a gain of 7.
Well, we talked about the diversity of this Green Wave offense, and they're certainly showing it here now as Spolsky picks up a quick 7.
Nativity just kind of rolling plays in off the side, John.
That's it. Very controlled. They're not going speed up, no huddle, any of that. Making sure they have the play, and the execution so far has been terrific.
So Miller again going to look over the defense. Low snap. Hand up this time is to Hoffman again. Slips one tackle. Hoffman's in the clear, and he's in. Well, they're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. Boy, I thought he made it into the end zone with a football, but saving the touchdown for now for the Vikings is Brady Evans. So the Green Wave back into that Daywald and Lengel red zone. Things could be heating up once again here for Nativity. Like that full line of Harmon and Heat and Glow fireplaces and pellet stoves available at Daywald and Lengel Hardware, Long Run Road in Friedensburg.
Hoffman with a big 23-yard gain on that play, and of course started toward the middle, broke 2 tackles, got outside, and I'll tell you, in the open field, he's tough to bring down.
1st and goal from around the 1. Miller low snap, hands off this time. That's going to get caught quickly. No gain on the play. Hoffman there for the carry. Tackle made by the Vikings, Cruz Banda.
Well, they're going to have a lot of opportunities here, Chaz, this close. They get in that red zone. They certainly have all kind of opportunities now as far as a call.
So it'll be 2nd and goal here for the Wave. Miller and Hoffman in the backfield. Receiver one side, one to the other. Hoffman now going to shift behind Miller. The give again is to Hoffman. Looks to cut up the seam, and he's in.
He's in.
For a Nativity touchdown.
Well, quite a drive. They come up with a big pass play. They mix a lot of running plays into it, Chaz, and most important, get into the end zone.
So Cody Miller on to attempt another point after. And Williams Valley left reeling quick and fast and in a hurry, John.
Absolutely. Great game plan so far by these Nativity Green Wave.
Kick is good. It's 14-0. Nativity leading Williams Valley. 2:43 left to play first quarter. Back after this on T102 Sports.
See
Green Wave pushed the advantage to 2 touchdowns here in the first quarter, 14-0. What's that Sunbury Motor Company drive summary, John?
Yeah, 3 minutes, 7 seconds. They go a total of 70 yards and 7 plays only. Hoffman taking it in for his second rushing touchdown of the night from 1 yard away.
So to get this kickoff in the air, he's fielding the football, getting out to about the 28-yard line with it for the Vikings. It's going to be Logan Williard. And the Vikings take the possession back here. It'll be their third series of the night. The first one began with a fumble and ended there. 3 and out. And the Vikings still looking for their first down. This Nativity defense is tuned up a little, John.
Well, and you want to look at total yardage? First 2 possessions, 2 yards. I mean, this is a very potent offense. Nativity's defense doing a great job, and great job on the special coverages.
Here comes Herb. It's going to be a screen underneath for Wolfgang. Wolfgang looking to cut up field. Some positive real estate there. Jack Miller making the stop. Gain of 5. Second down and 5 for Williams Valley.
Yeah, Wolfgang now getting into the offense on catching the ball.
The Vikings have it second middle distance. Clock stopped as they're going to say Wolfgang got it tackled out of bounds. Wolfgang looking to run this sweep to the left side. Close to the sticks.
Well, let's see the spot.
Jake Kuperavich chasing him down. It will be a first down for the Vikings.
Yeah, Jason Boris giving the first down. So the first down for the Vikings as Wolfgang picks up another 5 to get that first down.
Got to thank that Joe Rodnick for dessert tonight from Rodnick's Discount Groceries. Hooking us up.
Lots of sweets. Joe's a sweet kind of guy.
Oh, he's sweet, all right. Don't you worry about that. Herb, a long count this time. Give this time is to the fullback. Sometimes we see Logan Williard there, and that's who it is. Williard will carry it forward for 3. Fletcher Eads on the tackle. Second down and 7 here for Williams Valley.
Well, usually in the course of a game, they will run a whole lot of different running backs, so let's see how that works out for them.
Second and 7, Herb looking to throw. Everything's coming. He's not going to have much time. Slips one tackle, now steps out. Pass is incomplete. Almost hauled in on the far side of the field by Tristan Gillard off his hands. And it'll make it third down and 7.
I have to tell you, that was like the great escape, Chaz. I mean, he was surrounded by people there and was able to roll out a little bit and at least got the ball off to prevent that big loss it would have been.
The Vikings taking some time in the huddle here, John.
Yeah, they're not in a big hurry. I think they're just trying to get back in sync here a little bit. This Nativity defense has caused tremendous problems.
Herb again finding some pressure, steps up, lets it fly, incomplete again. Gillard the intended target. Closest person to the ball was Cody Miller. That'll make it fourth down.
Well, they're going to have to kick it away again, Chaz, and this has not been a productive first quarter for these Vikings.
Clock stopped with 1:14. Williams Valley will have to punt it out of here.
Well, they were able to generate a first down. I'm sure Tim's going to talk about that at the break here at the end of the quarter, but nothing really sustainable. He's down.
Low snap.
He sure is.
Engel's knee on the ground, and boy, 2 Viking miscues in this first quarter. And Nativity gifted great field position at the Williams Valley 33.
Yeah, and there was no question. He went down, he caught it on the one knee, Official called it immediately, so boy, what? Just as good. Let's call it a turnover, even though most times they don't count it that way. But got to tell you, this is good stuff for these Nativity kids.
Miller in the offense, back out on the field. Surveying, here comes the Viking front. Miller's going to get it off, complete to Spolsky. Spolsky will pick up about 6, possibly 7. Makes it 2nd down and 4.
Well, 3 completions to 3 different people. This is the diversity that Nativity really counts on. You heard Pat during the pregame talk about that. We're going to go out and run certain plays, and hey, you want to switch around a little bit and run that route? Go ahead. Successful so far.
Another wide look in this spread offense for the Waves. Spolsky in motion. Miller fakes there. Miller tries to tuck and run. Not going to find it easy there, as standing in his way was Mason Evans. No gain on the play. It'll make it 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, good fake, but when he turned back toward the center, Williams Valley was waiting for him in that. I think they sniffed that out early.
Pat Mason says, let's not snap it here, boys. We'll let the clock wind down on this first quarter. We're through the first 12 minutes tonight. It's Nativity 14, Williams Valley nothing. Second quarter action straight ahead on T102 Sports. Nativity will have it 3rd and 4 in Viking territory.
Well, if you had the over-under with Williams Valley gaining a total of 15 yards in the whole first quarter, if you had exactly, you win. Anything else, you lose.
Movement abound. Let's see where it's at. It's going to be encroachment on the Vikings. That's going to be enough for a 1st down here, John.
Boy, and I got to tell you, I'm sure Tim at this point is a little bit at the boiling point saying, listen, guys, they're playing great D. We cannot give them these kind of penalties where they pick up a 1st down. They haven't moved the chains yet, but pick up a 1st down without running a play can't happen.
So 1st and 10.
Close to that red zone, Chaz.
Knocking on the door of that Daywald and Lingle red zone right at the 20. Miller turn, give is to Hoffman. Hoffman looking to get to the outside. Cross the 15, maybe to the 14. Making the tackle for Williams Valley, Logan Willier.
Hoffman continuing to do a great job carrying the ball. Get down to about the 14, Chaz. We'll give him 7.
Might be. Yeah.
Could be anything. There's no
be.
markings.
No
Let's
markings
just be
on this
honest
one.
here. It's
Yeah.
very difficult. We'll give him 7. It looks like across the way.
It's tough to even say where the 5-yard lines are.
Yes. But the important part is Green Wave riding the wave right now. Diversified offense, great defense.
2nd down and 3. Give us to Spolsky this time. He's going to be awful close to the sticks. We'll have to wait and see where the spot comes in.
Oh, that's close.
That's going to be a real close. Jason Boris putting a check eye on it. Let's see if he's going to measure this.
You almost have to bring that over. Yeah.
The official's going to bring the chains in.
Well, regardless, we're going to give Spolsky 3 or close to it. Again, these are all estimates tonight, gang. It's very difficult to give you exact numbers. They don't put up the downs on the board or what yard line, and the markings aren't that good. So please bear with us if tomorrow you look at the paper and say, Power screwed it up again. We're doing the best we can.
So they bring the sticks across. Jerry Cooper Ravage getting a workout for a change. Stretch them. And it's short.
Oh. They're talking inches. But 3rd and a couple inches, Chaz, they are still in great shape right here.
So it'll be 3rd and inches for Nativity. They have a 14-0 lead. And they're right around the 10-yard line here with the spot. Pottsville leading Lehighton 28-0.
They certainly have come back from the first game.
Yep.
Big win last week and rolling up 28 already.
So 3rd and inches. Miller in the gun. He'll wait for the football. Turn around, give it to Hoffman. Hoffman looking to get the corner. Should have the first down for certain now. Logan Willier making the stop. Jackson Yoder also there. And it will be a Nativity 1st and goal. Well, this Nativity line certainly has been doing their job against the defensive front of Williams Valley, haven't they?
Yeah, they certainly have. I mean, this is an outstanding first half performance by this Green Wave. Chaz, I'm looking, say, on the 7.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, so we'll give Hoffman 4 on that. But most important, how about 7th first down of this first half? Williams Valley at this point with just 1. Dominating first half by the Green Wave. In the red zone on the 7, looking for more.
So Miller alone in the backfield. Going to keep it himself here right up the seam. Miller's on his way, and he's in for a Nativity touchdown. Vikings unable to stop this running game so far in this one.
Chaz, great fake. Everybody went with the first fake to the right. Miller, or to the left. Miller held the fake, went to the right. Pretty much just banged his way in. Big lead for the Green Wave here as they get another touchdown here. 3rd 1, and we're not at the half yet.
Extra point attempt is up, and it's good. 10-14 left to play here in the first half. It's Nativity 21, Williams Valley nothing. Back after this on T102 Sports.
T102 Sports.
Green Wave find pay dirt again, JP. 3 scores here. And the Williams Valley Viking defense has yet to hold Nativity from scoring on any of their possessions. But let's talk about the Sunbury Motor Company drive summary this time.
Yeah, just about 3 minutes. They go a total of 67 yards in just 7 plays. Miller taking it in from 7 yards out for that TD.
Long kickoff, going to be fielded by Alex Achenbach. Achenbach looking for some seams here, and will find a bit of a crease, springs it out to the 40. He's met there by Nativity's Charles Schuster. That'll be 1st and 10 here for Williams Valley. See if their offense can find some sort of rhythm. But let's take a timeout, JP. This timeout brought to us by the Lehigh Valley Health Network. A newly expanded emergency room with new care providers. They have just been certified as a primary stroke center and accredited by the American College of Cardiology as a chest pain center. A mission to heal, comfort, and care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill, your health deserves a partner. Back after this, it's 21-0 Nativity right here on T102 Sports.
To your local high school football connection.
So the Vikings offense back out on the field. Herb will hand to Wolfgang here. Wolfgang not finding it easy. TJ Wagner leading the charge, as well as Kreese Stabline.
Chaz, they're being generous with the spot. They did give them one, but can't say enough about this Nativity defense here in this first half, Chaz, because, again, this is a very potent Williams Valley offense, but Green Wave up to everything that's been thrown against them.
So Herb looking. 9:25 left to go until halftime. Clock moving. Herb looking to throw. Overshoots his mark, intended for Logan Williard. That'll make it 3rd down and about 9.
Superlatives for the Green Wave here in this first half, Chaz. Not only shutting down the run, but their defensive backs, linebackers doing a terrific job checking people up a little bit, and then their defensive backs have simply not allowed that big strike. In fact, they only have allowed one completion, and that was for 5 yards.
Right now, JP, I'd have to say that the whole Nativity defense has been the Black Rock Trucks, Joe Thur's automotive uplifting play of the game. But right now we have a completion to Brady Evans. Evans still trying to work his way ahead. Finally pulled down at the 25-yard line. Making the tackle for Nativity, Marcus Voppel. But it is a first down, and that's the first down for the Vikings.
Well,
tonight.
Actually second. But they hook up for 34 yards, Chaz, and that may change things a little bit as Evans gets there. Just 2 completions, 2 out of 7 so far for Herb.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Quick hitter this time. He's carrying the football for the Vikings is Logan Williard. Pick up about 5. Jay Cooper Ravage in on the stop for the Wave.
Cooper Ravage having a good first half on the defensive side of the ball, Chaz. And, this is a must for Williams Valley. They got to get out of here with some points.
So 2nd down and 5. We'll stack 2 receivers far side. Backs in the eye. Looking to throw again. Sets up. Looks long. Overshoots his man. That's Brady Evans. Incomplete. I'll make it 3rd down.
Yeah, and Chaz, going for the gold again. I thought at some point you might see some quick look-ins, quick out or something, but they went for the whole banana there.
So Herb going to hustle a play in here from Tim Savage. This time he's going to send Evans to the near side. Herb going to play the draw here. Hands it to Hunter Wolfgang. Wolfgang might have picked up a yard or two. Fourth down and about a long 3, short 4 here, John.
Yeah, no question. I mean, you got to go here. I don't know about their field goal kicking. I know they have a very good kicker in Rafferty. He's 8 for 8 on PATs this year, but got to believe Tim Savage wants to go for a first down here, and hopefully then later knock it in there.
Look at the green wave. 10 guys crowding the box.
Oh,
and
boy.
Now we have movement. It's going to be a false start on the Vikings. That'll send them back 5. So 4th and about 3 or 4. Turns into 4th and 9.
Huge. Just huge at this point. And mistakes that the Vikings don't normally make, but I really believe Nativity is forcing them into these mistakes.
They crept 10 guys towards the line of scrimmage, John. There's 10 in the box.
Came up so quickly, I think it kind of made Bryce Herb think 3 times, and somebody jumped.
Herb straight drop, heavy pressure coming. Lets it fly, and it's incomplete. Trying to make the catch, backpedaling, was Jesse Engel. And the Nativity defense holds up again.
Impressive. I know no other words to describe this start, this first half of the Green Wave. Arguably, and you can talk about the Pottsville game, but as far as playing other big-time schools their own size, wow, they've just been terrific.
And Nativity will get the football back with 6:55 left to play in the first half, ahead 21-0.
Take over around their own 23, it looks there, Chaz.
Somewhere
across.
in there, that's close enough.
Somebody said you could get artificial intelligence to keep the stats, and I said, why? He already has it. He has me.
I think if we had a drone, maybe, from the top, we'd get a little better view. Ball's loose. Hoffman on the carry, had it stripped away. Let's see. The Vikings say they have it, and so does Jason Boris. Williams Valley now catches a break on a turnover and will be set up with decent field position and first down.
Boy, you got that right, Chaz. And if they ever needed the turnover, this was the time. They got to get on the board here in this first half.
So the Vikings get the ball back with 6:48. Could that be a flexible play of the game, or is it an uplifting play of the game, John?
Well, it depends on what they do with it now, Chaz. If they can take it in, that might be it. Looks like from the 24, maybe, Chaz?
I'd say the 24.
24?
Yeah. Herb looking to throw, rolling right. Almost picked off. Closest player to the football was Cody Miller. He dove to try and take that one out of the air. And
boy, double team back there again, Chaz, and that has proved so effective here in this first half as Bryce Herb looking, and I don't have to tell you, I mean, he led the area in throwing yards last year, but this defensive secondary and linebackers for Nativity making the receiver's life miserable for the Vikings.
2nd down and 10. They'll take Evans in motion. Her back play action. Pressure coming. Has to dump underneath. It's going to be Willier with the reception. Willier still going strong inside the 20, around the 15. Gang tackled there. TJ Wagner leading the charge for Nativity.
I'll have to look and see the spot here, Chaz.
Looks like it's about a yard short, John.
All right. So we'll give Williard about 9 on the reception. 3rd catch for the Vikings.
So I think we're going to have a timeout here for Pat Mason. He's going to ask for one with 6:32 left to play here in the first half. It's Nativity 21, Williams Valley nothing. A rain starting to fall here tonight. We'll be back right after this on T102 Sports.
Like what you're hearing with high school football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Skook News.
Vikings will have it 3rd and 1.
In the red zone.
In the Daywald and Lingle red zone. Might be at the 15, JP.
Yeah, that's what I have down, so we're in tune there, my friend.
So 3rd and short. Pat Mason taking a timeout with a 21-0 lead. Logan Williard, the ball carrier, he should have the first down for certain, as Williard skips it ahead to about the 11. Give him 4, John, and a first down.
Yeah, the 3rd first down for the Vikings, and now they're down, knocking on the door after a very difficult first half here. They can still get a first down here, Chaz.
Yeah, right around the, maybe the 1, the 2.
Yes.
A one and a 2.
I remember those days. I remember those days.
I know, that's why I said it. Because I don't. Herb looking to throw, back corner of the end zone. It's on its way, and it is complete for a touchdown. Jesse Engel hauling that in, and the Vikings are on the board with 5:58 remaining here in the second quarter.
Well, I said it was critical time, and who hooks up? This duo that has done so much for the Vikings. Herb to Engel, 11-yard touchdown pass.
So Colin Rafferty out to attempt the point after.
That would be Rafferty.
Rafferty? Yes, sir. Fine Irish lad, right?
Oh, they're all fine Irish.
From the Williams Valley?
Yes, absolutely.
Rafferty's kick is up, and it's good. So 5:58 left to go until halftime. It's Nativity 21, Williams Valley 7. Back with more from St. Clair. I love a rainy night on T102 Sports.
.102 Sports.
So the Vikings find the end zone off a turnover, JP.
Turnovers are such a big deal, Chaz, and the Vikings absolutely needed that score.
21-7. What's the Sunbury Motor Company drive summary?
Well, it just took 55 seconds after that turnover. The drive goes 24 yards in 4 plays. Engel from Herb from 11 yards for the TD. Rafferty, the kick.
Julius Walborn on the return. Brings it out to about, let's say, the 29-yard line, JP.
All right.
It might be the 30, but I think it's around the 29.
Well, let's take a look here. We're going to be able to tell by this one. It looks like it's the 28-yard line.
28, maybe?
Yeah. But most important, first down.
You can't trust where these bags are at. I mean, the kids on this side are trying to set it up.
Oh,
even
I'm
after
looking
they're
over
knocking
at
them around.
those.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if we can trust that one either, but I don't know.
Well,
say
they
the
just
28.
moved it.
See, say the 20. There you have it.
Okay, we're still going to use the 28. I don't have an eraser.
Miller looking to the sideline, incomplete. Intended for Dylan Schreffler. Second down and 10 here for the Wave.
And I'm sure Tim Savage went out and really said to his defense, guys, this is it. We cannot allow them to get another score. We got in the end zone. We've got a little mojo. Now you got to do it on the other side of the ball.
So second down and 10. Miller brings 3 receivers to the near side. He puts Spolsky in motion. Miller going to keep the football again. This time might have gotten a yard. He's had some success pulling it and running up the gut. But this time, not going to find much space. Third down and 9.
Yeah, just gave him one, Chaz. You're correct. So now the big play for Nativity here in this half. They'd hate to give it back to him. after the Vikings got fired up after that TD.
So 3rd and 9. Let's see what Pat Mason has up his sleeve. Miller looking to throw downfield for the green flash. It's incomplete. Keegan Brennan can't catch up to that one. And let me get 4th down and 9 here. And let's see if the Wave elect to punt this one away.
Good defensive coverage that time by Bryce Herb. They'll force them into a punting situation.
For the lack of field markings, they certainly do make it up. I see Chick-fil-A sandwiches from the concession stand.
See them flying around here, Chaz.
Punt gonna sizzle out of bounds. And Williams Valley, are they walking up? Wait a second. The guy came up and now he's walking the opposite direction. He's going to mark it at midfield. I've never seen an official mark a punt that way.
Well, I got to tell you, it's the only line he saw. He figured he might as well put it on it. Makes the counting easier.
First time I've seen that. The officials usually go the other way when it's out of bounds, but this guy backpedaled to the midfield stripe. All right. Hey, listen, it's 2020.
And it's on to 50-50.
You didn't see any of those, did you, walking in? I mean, you would have been all over that.
I did not. And I got to send it out to everybody in the Pottsville area. We all still miss 50-50 Frank. We lost a great guy this year.
Indeed. Herb going to hand it to Wolfgang. Wolfgang slipping tackles and another 10 yards into the run. Steps out of 1 at 15 and is on his way for a big gainer inside the 25-yard line. So whatever Coach Savage said in any of those little powwows across the way, John, it seems like his team is starting to respond a little bit.
Yeah, 4th first down now. And they're setting it up, Chaz, a little bit farther maybe than we thought.
It might be the 22.
Yeah.
Maybe if I stand, I'll be able to see it better. Let's see.
No, let's give them 28 yards.
Oh, no, that don't help. Those lines are gone.
No,
coming through.
They're gone. But 1st and 10 now from the 22. And, yeah, looks like the Vikings have come back to life here.
Herb straight back, pressure coming, pumps one, steps up to the back of the end zone, incomplete. Intended across the way for Logan Williard.
Toby Miller doing a great job in coverage, man.
We'll make it 2nd down and 10. The officials timeout here. Might be an issue with some equipment. I see Hunter Wolfgang making his way to the sideline. 21-7, 4:13 left to play here in the first half. Nativity leading Williams Valley. 2nd down and 10 for the Vikings from around the Nativity 22.
Yeah, here we go. Do they get back to the ground to make it be a little bit more honest here, Chaz? Because no matter what, they're going to be going.
They put Engel in motion. They use him as a lead blocker here. And running the football this time for the Vikings is Isaac Whiteash. Whiteash down around the 20. Picked up about 5. So, John, if he was at the 22 plus 5, you're looking at what, the 17?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the vicinity. How about Whiteash? Here's a trivia. He's the only other guy who have a touchdown pass this year for the Vikings. 5 yards on the carry. 17-yard line. Looking to still get a first down in this vicinity. But they Walden Langle again. We've seen a lot of it.
Red zone has been reached. Things could be heating up for the Vikings as Herb throws his arm, hit as he's releasing. Incomplete.
That doesn't show up in the stat chart, but just that hit at the last second made that ball come up short. Pretty good route there, run, but it was short because of a Nativity player getting that whack on his throwing arm.
4th down and 5 and a timeout for Tim Savage. 3:22 remaining in the first half. It's Nativity 21, Williams Valley 7. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
T102, connected to you through local high school football.
So the Williams Valley Vikings with a 4th down and long 5 here, John.
Yeah, and a tough spot for the Nativity defense simply because you have to decide exactly what you're going to defend. The long touchdown pass, but Williams Valley can still get a 1st down out of this, and there's plenty of time left to keep a drive alive.
4th and 6, and it's going to be an option pass. Jesse Engel throwing the football, knocked out of the air, intended for Brady Evans. And coming up and pushing that one away was Cody Miller. And that, John, may be the flexible Phoenix physical therapy play of the game.
Absolutely. He came alive to come across, and again, great defense by these defensive backs. And I got to tell you, Chaz, they're outsized. Let's just be honest. Height-wise, they're outsized, but they have been in the faces of the receivers all night long. The Vikings have not gotten a chance to really get in a jumping match with somebody.
So Miller going to hand off here. And running with the football is Jacob Hoffman. Picked up maybe a yard. Jesse Engel on the tackle, along with Ezzie Height.
2nd and 9. Do they open it up now, Chaz? We're under 3 minutes to start thinking, go back some of that opening up with the pass game. Miller 3 of 6 so far.
The Vikings have certainly responded to the Nativity running attack right now, John.
No question about it. So does Pat decide to open it up a little bit to try to give those runners a better chance next time?
He's going to keep it on the ground.
Oh, baby.
And guess what? This is a straight draw by Jacob Hoffman. Hoffman is off to the races and out to about the 48-yard line. But guess what? There's some laundry laying back here. Let's wait and see what the call is.
There is a flag. Nobody pointing yet.
It's in the area of the line, so I got to think this could be a hold. It will be a hold against Nativity.
Oh, boy.
And that will negate the run by Hoffman.
Boy, that's a toughie because Hoffman looked like he was going to get caught. Took a step to his left and just turned the burners on. But unfortunately, coming back.
That'll be a spot penalty. Flag around the 20-ish. So it'll set the football back at the 10, John.
Yeah. So a spot foul, 8 yards.
And that's going to be 2nd down and about 23. So Nativity pinned back here now around their own 10. Mason giving the play to Miller along the sideline.
Not the place you want to come up with a mistake, Chaz, especially something like that after, and it negates a terrific run by Hoffman.
2 receivers far side. Miller with a pair of running backs next to him. And the give this time is to Spolsky. Spolsky picks up a few. And a timeout taken by Williams Valley. It'll be 3rd and long for Nativity when we come back. 1:46 left to play first half. It's the Green Wave 21. Williams Valley 7. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
On top.
Back here at St. Clair, the rain continuing to come down. Just a light rain, nothing.
Nothing serious here.
I'd say nothing to sneeze about, but that's not the right joke in these times, is it?
No, you can move down 7 more feet.
So 3rd down coming here and about 16 for Nativity. Pat Mason drawing some things up as Tim Savage trying to control the time a little bit. And it's going to be another draw, and it's Hoffman again. He'll be awful close to a first down. Tackle made by Logan Williard.
Let's see where they put that marker.
That's going to be the important thing, is where this is spotted. So the Vikings are going to take another timeout. We'll take one, too. 1:38 left to go first half. It's Nativity 21. Williams Valley 7. Back after this on T102 Sports. .38 left to go. Fourth down and about, let's say 3, John?
Yeah, about 3. We're going to give Huffman 11 on that carry.
So Miller going to climb under center. I think they're trying the hard count here to draw the Vikings. Williams Valley not going to bite on that. Miller will step out from underneath.
They bite on this. Tim Savage will bite someone's head off.
And timeout will be taken by the Wave, unable to draw the Vikings.
Disciplined.
Clock stays at 1:38. We'll take another one. 21-7. Nativity leads Williams Valley. Back after this on WAVT Pottsville.
Two Sports.
21-7, Nativity out in front of Williams Valley. 1:38 left to go here in the first half. The Waves send the punting unit out. Low snap, high end over end kick off the side of the foot, and again it's going to hit out of bounds. But this time it was right on the chalk. Andre Agassi couldn't argue that one. The chalk was flying. Williams Valley will get the football back right around their own 47 with 1:38 left to play here. Some scores rolling in from around the region. Pottsville still leading Lehighton 28-0. Mount Carmel trailing Bloomsburg 7-6 at the half. Earlier today, Mono Area beat Minersville 48-12.
Well, we saw that Mount Carmel team on Tuesday night, Chaz. Bloomsburg must have a bundle also.
Either that or let's just say those two teams that played Tuesday are not having any fun on Saturday.
Ooh, not so far. Vikings though with time.
Herb back to throw, dump underneath the screen with Wolfgang. Wolfgang cuts upfield. He's going to have a first down and more. Looks to bounce it to the outside. Wolfgang turning the Jets on and pulling away. Finally shoved out of bounds by Jacob Hoffman. That's right around the goal line, and it's going to be first and goal here. No flags on the field, John, and that's going to stand up.
52-yard pass, little screen, and then take off, and Wolfgang certainly knew what to do, and that's a big first down here as we approach the half, but now they are knocking on the door.
Back into that Daywald and Lingle red zone. That might be our Blackrock Chuck Strothers Automotive uplifting play of the game right there, John.
Sure, if they get it in now, Chaz, that will be up to this point because it'll get the Vikings back.
A game changer, so to speak, and the Vikings get into the end zone. It's a Logan Williard 1-yard run, and the Vikings put 6 more up on the board.
Yeah, how about Williard? He just kind of bent over, Chaz, followed his blockers. Nice hole, stepped in between, for the touchdown. Just the 1 yard run, but I got to tell you, what they did it in, Chaz, great time.
So here comes John's buddy Colin Rafferty. And Rafferty's kick is up and good. 1:14 left to play in the first half. It's Nativity 21, Williams Valley 14. Kind of a streaky ball game here tonight on T102 Sports.
Your local high school football connection.
Williams Valley scores again. 21-14, John. What's that Sunbury Motor Company drive summary?
Well, the last time it was after a fumble. How about this? After stopping them 17 seconds to go, 53 yards in just 2 plays, with the touchdown, and Rafferty with the extra point.
Rafferty, a low line drive. The Wave get a good return after it plunked off of the return man, Julius Walborn, bringing it out to about the 31-yard line.
We'll take that. So here we go. Not a lot of time left, Chaz. You just kind of run it out and go to the locker room now. You have a lead. You don't want to turn the ball over. In this last one, it was a penalty, a big-time penalty that negated Huffman's great run. So, can you go a minute and 8 seconds, run it off, and go to the locker rooms and both regroup now?
I don't know. I think Pat may see what he can get here. Hoffman trying to pick and choose his way ahead, dancing around, and cuts upfield for a gain of maybe 3. It'll make it 2nd down and 7. Logan Willier in on the tackle again.
Well, Hoffman certainly has been the workhorse here on the ground in the first half for the Green Wave.
I think now you may see Mason take a shot. Brennan on the near side, John. Keep an eye on him. Single coverage. Now they're going to go back to Hoffman. Hoffman barrels his way into that second level. Slides forward for a gain of about 3 more. That'll make it 3rd down and about 3. So give him a 4-yard pickup, John.
Yeah, I'm looking at the clock.
Pat Mason may not be in much of a hurry, but the Green Wave offense sprinting out.
They are.
So now do you throw the long ball? That's what's going on. Miller sets up, coming down the near sideline for Brennan. Herb looks back at it. It falls incomplete, and time has expired here on the first half. A spirited first 24 minutes. And at the break, it's Nativity 21, Williams Valley 14. The HB Steel & Son Incorporated halftime show is coming up next, right here on T102 Sports.
Like what you're hearing with high school football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Scoop News.
Here at halftime, the HB Steel and Son Incorporated halftime show, and Leroy Boyer going to sit next to me, and we're going to weight test the bleachers here tonight in St. Clair.
Oh, my.
21-14, Nativity in front at intermission. Hold on a second, Leroy, because you know what time it is. It's time to sack the sideline reporter with Larry O'Rourke, and it's somebody's chance to win up to $102 from CACL Financial if you can sack Larry O. Head to the T102 fan page on Facebook right now because you have 5 minutes to register. Post your name in the comments section, and one lucky winner will be randomly selected to try and sack Larry. Now, you got to keep watching the fan book page because there you'll see who will be playing and what they're going to win. So it's your opportunity to pick up some great prizes from the Pizza Place, Black Rock Trucks and Equipment, Joe Thur's Automotive, the Crimson House, BG's Value Markets, Ken's Tires, OIP Pottsville, K Fagata, Basili's Italian Restaurant, Just Your Style, and Benny's Pizza and Burgers. So the post is on the way to the T102 Facebook fan page. Once it's up, you have 5 minutes to register. So head there now and see if Larry's there, and look what happens when we sack the sideline reporter in 2020 here on the halftime show of T102 Sports. Leroy, I'm going to show you this before we get to talking. But, John, what a first half we've seen here, and we'll bring Leroy in a minute. Watch this. Leroy's going to watch the video. But, John, I'll tell you what, it's been kind of streaky.
Streaky, my goodness gracious. Nativity just came out of the gates. They were ready to go, caused a fumble on the first play of the game. Took it in. They dominated up to about the 10-minute mark of the second quarter, and from that time on, it was all Vikings. Has a couple Nativity mistakes, giving up the ball, also with a big penalty at a very critical time has allowed the Vikings to crawl back in it. Both teams now all of a sudden coming alive a little bit better on the rushing end of it. Nativity certainly had their way for a little bit in that first half, rushing. Throwing the ball, when you look and Herb gets hot, he really makes things happen, and he came alive in that second quarter also. And, 7-point difference at the half, and the second half will start with Nativity with the football, so they weren't in a hurry there at the end. They're going to get it back anyway.
Joined here at halftime by the sports editor of the Republican Herald, Leroy Boyer. You started up here, you went down a little bit, and then the rain started to come, and you decided to duck for cover once again.
I got some pretty wet stat sheets right now. Rest of this book is dry. There's a disclaimer for the box score that'll be in the paper.
Listen, we have our disclaimers out all night. There's still hash marks. You can barely see the yard lines.
No offense, this is great for Nativity to play here, but please, media request, how about some hash marks?
And darker lines.
Dr. Fitzpatrick finally listened to me at Schuylkill Haven and put the hash marks in the new turf. If I could get everybody to do that, my life would be much, much easier. And yours.
You believe me. It's been certainly a ball game here of kind of like I said to John, Leroy, it's just streaks. Nativity goes out and scores 3 touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. Their defense looks incredible. Now Williams Valley has gone and scored 2 and has kept Nativity out of the end zone.
Well, you kind of touched on it. I heard you talking in the pregame. It's all about mistakes. It's all about turnovers. Williams Valley comes out in the first play of the game, fumbles, gives Nativity the momentum. They go down and score. The bad punt snap, Jesse Engel's knee hits the ground. Ball at the 30-yard line, 35-yard line at that point. Nativity punches in to go up 3 touchdowns. Nativity had the costly fumble there to kind of turn the momentum around a little bit. Williams Valley was able to score. And then, the screen pass, which is a great call with that much time left on the clock. You're thinking Herb's going to air it out. He's going to look for Engel. These teams, each team has made some adjustments. Williams Valley has made some defensive adjustments to contain certain people and get different guys open. Brady Evans has been open a lot. They hit him that one time, but they've missed him a couple of times on balls to the sidelines. Expect to see him a little. Engel's kind of a decoy to the most part. Wherever he goes, they're putting double coverage over on that side with a safety or kind of an overlap there. And Evans has been open. So we'll see how Nativity adjusts to that here at halftime.
Well, and you mentioned mistakes. I just said it a little bit ago. Deep in their own territory is Nativity. Huffman breaks off about a 30-yard run, and that's called back and a holding penalty, and then they ended up having to punt the ball away. They couldn't get it going again. So fumbles, and then you have a penalty at a critical time, and it catches up with you, especially
Williams Valley had that procedure penalty on 4th and 1 that turned it into 4th and 6, and they didn't convert.
Yeah.
So in the red zone, I mean, that was a key play. It was 4th and 4, procedure penalty moves it back to the 24, and an incomplete pass, and they don't score. So,
yeah, it's the old proverbial shot in the foot each of these teams through this. But, Leroy, this season has been so crazy, and I know today you had that article about the fall sports and District 11 saying these are when our championships are. I know there's going to be meetings on Wednesday with the different leagues in the district and stuff like that. For these two teams playing tonight, you've got to believe that they're really not in favor of possibly a district tournament because each team has the caliber to meet again or, to be decided upon who gets out in the state tournament. And I think they each have a good case at saying we can go far in a state tournament in 2020.
But they both won't get that chance.
Right.
And because the way the PIAA did it is they pretty much dealt the cards that District 11 has to play with. They moved the state brackets up so that the championships are now Thanksgiving weekend. There's no time for district playoffs unless you tell all these teams, listen, we're going to take your Week 9 game and we're going to take your Week 10 game, in this year 7 and 8, and we're going to get away with that. So who plays who on Week 8? Your rivalry games are Week 8. And for the most of the other leagues, the Colonial League and the East Penn League, their rivalry games, they hope to, by that point, have fans in the stands. These schools need money. I mean, it ain't bad from some of the things that they'll be doing. It's not all money-driven, the decision by District 11. But if they opt to go into the PIAA playoffs, only the ratings leader is going to get to go. So you could have a situation, and Nativity would be one of those teams that could lose out on this. They could go 7-1 and not, or 8-0 and not make it. If a Tri-Valley goes 5-0, or it'll all come down to ratings points. Now, Nativity beating Pottsville helps them. Nativity beating a 3A Pequea Valley helps them if those teams get wins. Pottsville winning tonight, that would be 2 wins in a row for them. That would help Nativity. But, do you want to throw that? We're going back to the old, rating system that the Eastern Conference used to use. Oh, well, we got to win, and this team has to lose for us to get into the state playoffs. What happens to everybody else? There's no game. So now you got a free-for-all where, hey, we'll play you, and we'll play you, but we don't want to play you. So now you got teams scrambling for Week 9 and 10 of the season now to play 10 games. Who are we going to play?
It's interesting you bring up those rating points. When you looked at Jim Thorpe's season last year, they felt those rating points cheated them when Pine Grove was able to get in to the District 11 3A tournament. Their claim was their schedule was a little bit tougher last year, and they deserved that shot and ended up going into Eastern Conference. So that could happen to just about everybody this year.
We talked, I think, the two of us at one point that those Tri-Valley League teams got bonus points in those ratings. Pine Grove was a benefactor of that because they played teams from other districts, and that helped them in the rating system with little bonus-type points there. Hey, we're playing a 3A Newport. We're playing a 4A East Juniata, and getting wins. That helps them. So that's where Pine Grove was able to leapfrog Jim Thorpe. Was the strength of schedule of Pine Grove's better than Jim Thorpe's? Probably not. But rating-wise, it was.
Well, Leroy, we want to thank you for stopping by here this evening on the HB Steel & Son Incorporated halftime show. Ashley Donati was sacking Larry tonight on Facebook. But, John,
I believe that, too. Ashley's
she's
tough.
Yeah. She's tough. Well, John, you know what time of the night it is, right? It's not just tools. They're Mac tools, and they're backed by great service from John Chirico. So let's open up that toolbox of yours and delve into the metrics of the first half. Who measured up to the standards with our first half numbers, John?
Well, let's look at Williams Valley again. Unofficially, Wolfgang with 5 carries for 38 yards. Williard 4 carries for 12 yards and a touchdown White Ash carry for 5 yards, total of just 10 rushes for 55 yards through the air. Herb was 5 for 15 for 111 yards. Engel with 1 catch, 11 yards for a touchdown. Williard with 1 for 9 yards. Evans 1 for 34. Wolfgang 2 catches for 57. 111 yards through the air. 166 total yards for Williams Valley. For the Green Wave, Miller 7 rushes, 38 yards and a touchdown. Hoffman 12 rushes for 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. Spolsky 3 carries for 13 yards. That's a total of 22 rushes for 131 yards. Miller 3 for 7, throwing the ball for 53 total yards. Brennan with 1 for 36. Spolsky 1 for 7. The other was Treffler, 1 for 10, so a total of 184 total yards for the Green Wave. Not a whole lot of difference, but obviously, again, mistakes have hurt both teams. Unofficially, Williams Valley with 5 first downs and the Green Wave with 7. So pretty even game on the scoreboard and with the numbers.
Don't forget, maximize the efficiency of your wood pellet stove with quality supplies from HP Steel & Son, an authorized distributor of Lignetics wood pellets and Energex hardwood pellet fuel. Stop by the office located just off Route 61 in Orwigsburger. Call 570-366-1275 for more information. HP Steel & Son Incorporated, providing year-round comfort since 1947. We're going to step away, take a quick time out, and be back with second half action. Nativity leads at the break 21-14 over Williams Valley. Back after this on T102 Sports.
T102, connected to you through local high school football.
Back here in St. Clair, Williams Valley will kick off to Nativity to start the second half. Green Wave lead at 21-14. Rafferty's kick is in the air. Backpedaling is Walborn. He's going to toss backwards to Spolsky. Spolsky's got a clear shot here. Stiff arm and Spolsky's off to the races. Steven Spolsky at the 20.
He's gone.
10-5, touchdown. Steven Spolsky returns the second half kickoff for 6. 90? I don't think it was 90, John. It might have been about 83.
Kicked it back about 83-yard touchdown return on the kickoff, and Spolsky certainly turned on the afterburners there, Chaz.
So, the Wave opening things up here right off the bat. Little chicanery, John.
Yeah, he pitched it back, and Spolsky was off and running.
So the extra point attempt by Cody Miller to come. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. 11:42 left to play here in the third quarter. Nativity 27, Williams Valley 14. Back after this on T102 Sports.
T102 Sports.
Well, John, an 83-yard kick return for a touchdown to start the second half by the Wave, make it a 27-14 ball game.
18 seconds off the clock, and you spend the whole halftime talking about what are we going to do in the second half? How do we shut them down? How do we score? Tim Savage has to be saying simply, get your heads up and play the game. Look, that one's overdone. Let's get back in this thing. We talked about it at halftime. I'm sure he's thinking, hopefully one big play now is not going to change what we're going to do. But that was terrific.
Final in behind, the Crimson Tide of Pottsville shut out the Indians tonight, 48-0.
Well, they're back. They had a big win last week and now follow it up with the shutout of Lehighton. So the Crimson Tide back on track.
It was 13-6. Bloomsburg leading Mount Carmel. That in the third quarter. Procedure penalty going to be called here against Nativity.
Offside. Now, that's the second time we saw that this year. Chaz offsides on a kickoff.
Gunner's a little amped up there, John.
I think everybody's a little amped up there. I know the Nativity Green Wave fans are pumped up, and rightfully so.
So we'll see how the Vikings respond here, John.
Sure, the Nativity fans are right in front of us. Vikings come back, score 2 touchdowns, and they're getting a little antsy. And, boy, they went crazy during that run back. And I say, rightfully so. Great run by Spolsky. Little Irish music for the kickoff.
That's a little shipping up to Boston. That's what they play at Notre Dame, John. For every
French
kickoff.
Cathedral.
Fielded at the 25-yard line by Alex Achenbach. Achenbach will bring it out to about the 40. Let's see where the spot is. I think it's at the 40, JP. So that's where Williams Valley will get their first possession of the second half.
Even if it isn't, that's what we're saying it is.
Yeah, might be the 41.
Close enough.
But there's a hold on the return against the Vikings.
That'll change everything pretty quickly here.
I'll set them back 10.
Let's see where they set this up. They haven't moved anything over there yet, Chaz. Now they're going.
From the 40. Joe Greco making his paces. It'll be 1st and 10 now from around the 30, JP.
Yeah, they're setting up. Actually, now they moved it back a little more to about the 29. So let's see what the Vikings cooked up during that halftime break.
Herb going to hand off on 1st down. And it's Wolfgang, the ball carrier. Tripped up by Cody Miller, but it is enough for a 1st down. Pickup of about 13, John.
Well, Wolfgang again started off slow, but he's really starting to pick up his game here. His last 2 carries, he had a total of 41 yards, so that's a biggie for the Vikings to get this offense going.
It'll be 1st and 10 once again for Williams Valley, trailing 27-14.
6th first down unofficially for the Vikings.
This time Wolfgang is going to go in motion out of the backfield. The give is to the up back. And that's going to be Logan Williard. Williard picks up about 3. Fletcher Eads making the stop. 2nd down and 7 here for the Vikings.
Williard, again, also having a decent game at running back.
So 2nd down, 13. Herb going to look over the defense. Again, the Vikings packing things in. Herb dropping back, pressure coming, unloads, passes complete. Caught by Tristan Gillard. Gillard has a 1st down and more inside the 40, around the 36-yard line. Boy, Herb took a shot at the end of that. No flags fly.
Well, important part here, another 1st down, 19-yard pickup, Chaz, and the Vikings on the move.
So 1st and 10 around the 37, John. Again, we're kind of guessing tonight. Leroy made his play at halftime, too.
Yeah, we're all kind of in the same boat when you're trying to call it or keep the stats on it. Very difficult.
Herb ready, handoff once again. Wolfgang lowering the boom. Only able to scoot ahead for a few. Brought down on the play by Dylan Schreffler. 2nd down and 7, a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Wolfgang, again, he carries the ball a lot for these Vikings. And again, they're trying to establish that game. Run a couple, pass a couple, get back into sync here after that big run back to start this second half.
So Herb, through receiver look, 2 to the near side, steps up in the pocket, lets it fly down the seam, and it's complete to Brady Evans. And Evans down around the 1-yard line, saving the touchdown was Marcus Vaupel. But it will be 1st and goal as the Vikings back into the Daywald and Lingle red zone.
Yeah, and how about Evans, a big 32 on that catch, Chaz. You heard Leroy saying he thought Evans was open a lot, and bingo, here he goes, and he gets big 1st down at a 1. Knocking on the door.
So 1st and goal. Football not very far off of the goal line, John.
No, it's very close now.
Let's see. Evans under center, out from underneath. Turnaround, the give once again is to Logan Williard, and he's in for another Viking touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you, they're using him down near the goal, and it's paying off as he bangs in another one from 1 yard out.
So Williams Valley answers the opening half kickoff return by Spolsky with 6 points of their own. And Rafferty back out to try the point after. Snap back, the kick is on the way, the kick is up, and the kick is no good.
Oh, my.
8:54 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's Nativity 27, Williams Valley 20. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
As in JP for local high school football on T102.
Vikings find pay dirt once again. The extra point no good after Logan Willier 1-yard plunge. 27-20. This time the kick going to go on the ground.
Watch
and
out.
Oh boy, we may have a separate run back here. Valpo still on his way. Going to bring the football back to the Viking 40. That's where Nativity will set up shop. But let's take a look at that Williams Valley Sunbury Motor Company drive summary.
2 minutes, 47 seconds, a total of 71 yards in 6 plays. Williard with the 1-yard run for the touchdown. And as you mentioned, the extra point, no good.
You know what we just did, John? We put 5 minutes on the clock. Register now at the T102 Facebook fan page for a chance to win. That's right, it's the Grandma's Restaurant Fan of the Game. You've got plenty of time to visit the all-new Grandma's Restaurant. Check out Grandma's new menu, but you can always come back to the best in comfort food with hot turkey and hot roast beef sandwiches daily. Homemade pot pie on Tuesdays or mac and fish Fridays. Grandma's burgers are homemade every day, too. Open Tuesday through Saturday with pickup and delivery available. Just call Grandma at 570-628-5178. Miller going to lose some real estate on the play. Loss of 2, 2nd down and 12 here for Nativity.
Good job by the up front people now for the Vikings. I think they are working at stiffening it up and stopping that run.
So Miller going to give it to Huffman this time. Jesse Engel stepping in front. No gain on the play. Maybe 1. It'll make it 3rd down and 11.
Boy, Engel unassisted right below the waist and just took him down. And Huffman is one tough cookie running out of there, Chaz, but that's the kind of tackle you don't get away from.
So you've got a couple minutes to enter to win tonight from Grandma's Restaurant in Pottsville. Our Fan of the Game post on the fan page at T102 on Facebook. T102 fan page on Facebook. 3rd and 11. Miller all alone in the backfield, drifting to his left, looking, throws, and it's incomplete off the outstretched arms of Hoffman. That'll make it 4th and long, and does Pat Mason elect to punt it away here, JP?
I think yes. I don't know if you want to take a chance now. Chaz turning it over this close to midfield. I don't know. I don't know.
Here comes the wholesale change from the sideline.
A little too early to play that here, Chaz, in this 3rd quarter.
So the Viking defense stiffening up.
Certainly did. I'm sure that was a challenge from Tim at halftime. And same from Pat.
Miller gets his foot into this one. That's one heck of a boom.
Oh, look at that
do
bounce.
Some English and be stopped at the 5-yard line by Marcus Valpo. Boy, does that change the field position here for the Vikings.
Yeah, that worked a little bit better than taking an opportunity chance on 4th. Tremendous kick. And under a lot of pressure again, Chaz. Vikings have been taking a shot at that all game long. Haven't been able to come up with the block, but tremendous pressure, and that's a great kick.
So it's on the 5, John. That's where the football's spotted. 27-20. Nativity leading Williams Valley. 7:06 left to play here, 3rd quarter. And Herb looking to pass here. Down the sideline for Evans. Leads him a little too far. Ball falls incomplete. It'll make it 2nd down and 10.
Boy, no doubt about what Tim wanted his kids to do there, going upstairs pretty quickly. I guess he's thinking get a dart out there and get Nativity back on their heels a little bit. But, again, good coverage by the defensive backs of Nativity.
So on the incomplete pass, 7 minutes exactly left to go here in the 3rd. Vikings delayed getting the play into the huddle here, John.
Yeah, a little bit of time. I don't know if it's indecision as to where they're going to go with it, but
going to hand the football off here. And Hunter Wolfgang going to lose some yardage. Loss of maybe one. Tackle made by Steven Spolsky makes it 3rd down and 11.
Well, deep in their own territory now here, Chaz. Do they risk putting it up in the air and another turnover? The last thing they want to do right now is give Nativity the ball with great field position.
So let's see. Gillard going to split out wide. Evans in the slot. Herb looking, loads up down the far sideline. Engel turns around, and that's going to be pass interference or a defensive hold right there. Engel's jersey stretched all the way into the center of St. Clair.
Yeah, and Chaz, you know how I feel about those plays. If he doesn't hold or interfere, Engel's got himself a touchdown. So as much as you hate the penalty, he didn't give up a touchdown on it.
So Jason Boris going to talk things over with his officials. Let's see if the call is interference or if it's a defensive hold. Let's see. Or are there multiple flags? No, it's pass interference on the defense. That's going to be 15 yards and an automatic 1st down.
1st down, and that's a biggie. It keeps the drive alive, and again, we talked about mistakes. That's a critical mistake right now, Chaz, because they're Nativity playing great defense down here, keeping them pinned back there, and all of a sudden now a hold or pushing off, and everything changes.
So Evans going to climb under center. John, let's say the football is at the 20. Handoff, and this time Spolsky gets into the backfield. A flag coming in. Wolfgang, the ball carrier, dropped for a big loss on the play. Let's see if it's going to be a horse collar, face mask, but it's going to be something on that tackle. That's going to be the call here.
He threw it right in the middle of that crowd there.
Boris coming over. Let's see what the call is.
Sorting out the distance now, but thrown right into that pile, Chaz.
So it's going to be a personal foul, horse collar tackle against Nativity. And that's going to be a 15-yarder as well and another 1st down.
Whew. Lots of numbers piling up, but last 2 1st downs, both by penalty, and that can be a killer, Chaz. Let's just be honest here, because now the ball moves out to better field position, around the 35?
No, maybe. Yeah, 35.
Yeah, we'll give him
John,
35.
Nativity squandering a special teams gem by Cody Miller of pinning the Vikings back at the 15. And that might be picked off. Let's see. Is Herb's pass intercepted? It is.
It is.
And the Vikings turn it over. Jake Hoffman with the interception. But now wait a second. There's another flag on the field.
We got to figure out when it happened.
Let's see.
A lot of confused faces out there.
A lot of unhappy Green Wave players right now. Let's see.
Jason Boris keeps pointing, but okay, now we're going to find out.
Nativity faithful starting to get a little beleaguered with the officiating at this point. As 3 plays and 3 consecutive flags. It's going to be holding against the defense.
Wow.
Wow. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty and a 1st down, John.
Well, I'll tell you what, 3 1st downs in a row, all by penalty, Chaz. Gotta figure.
Oh, no, it's only a 1st down. It's only a 5-yard penalty and a 1st down.
Yeah.
And Pat Mason is not a happy customer right now either.
No, and the ball at about the 20. Is that the 20?
It's the 35.
35.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
35. They're about from underneath, going to hand the football off. Wolfgang coming to the near side.
Another
flag flying in.
Holy cow.
Wolfgang going to run this for about a 4-yard gain. And let's see what the flag's about this time.
Well, where they throw that one, I got to believe it's either an illegal block or a hold on the Vikings.
Let's see. It's going to be holding against Williams Valley.
Going the other way. Chaz, I don't know if I've ever seen a game with 4 consecutive penalties on.
I'm going to tell you this.
4 consecutive penalties.
This game's starting to come apart at the seams.
It sure is.
So that's a 10-yard penalty.
Wow. Ball back to what, about the 27?
Call it the 25, John. 1st and 15.
Well, maybe we will get a playoff here without a penalty.
I don't know.
Hat trick +1 with penalties.
Herb looking to throw, has some protection this time. Going deep, and it's picked off by Marcus Valpel. Valpel going to intercept the Herb pass intended for Evans right around the Green Wave 44-yard line.
You know, Valpel last year, Chaz, was 3rd in the area with interceptions, and he gets his 1st of the year. Couldn't have come at a better time for the Green Wave.
27-20, Nativity out in front, 5:12 left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
This has been a crazy quarter, Chaz.
Even Bill Tidmore on his feet tonight. Peach rings and all. Jay Skook and I want to dip into that.
Was that his hairdo, the peach rings? He got some peach rings in the back there now.
Tids has those covered up. There's nobody getting in there. He's blocking.
He's got COVID curls.
Here comes Hoffman trying to get off the left edge. Will fall forward for a pickup of about 2. In on the stop for Williams Valley is Ezzie Height and Jackson Yoder.
Chaz, it's been a long time since I actually had to put a play in. 4 penalties in a row and then an interception. Not putting in a lot of numbers.
2nd down and about 8 here for the Green Wave. A lot of emotion starting to pour out on both sides, John, to say the least. Spolsky stacked up in the middle. Picks up a couple.
Was that Engel again?
I think it was Engel with a punishing shot there. Actually, it was Jackson Yoder.
Oh, okay.
With a punishing shot there. Pickup of 3 makes it 3rd and 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a great hit in the middle, but Nativity keep probing in the middle. They haven't gone away from that, Chaz. They're challenging that front line of the Vikings and picking up piece by piece.
So 3rd down and about 5 yards to go here for the Wave. Miller back in the gun. Low snap, but he's able to handle a pressure coming, sets up. And the pass is, let's see.
No signal
yet. It's complete. I think it was Schreffler on the reception, John.
Yeah,
there's just a hole. You got the tent, you got a mess of players in front, but Dylan Schreffler made the catch.
Yeah, and I got to be honest, they didn't even give any kind of indication as to what it was, but they come up big, 4th completion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So Nativity converting a 3rd down here. We're going to keep this drive moving along. Miller going to hand to Hoffman this time, trying to get off that left edge. Jesse Engel makes the tackle, no gain on the play. That'll bring us to 2nd down and 10.
Well, they've done a good job defensively against Engel in this game, but Engel has had an outstanding game on the defensive side of the ball.
So no gain here. And our Grandma's Restaurant fan of the game tonight, Jake Hazler, picking up the gift certificate.
All right. Good stuff. We're glad to have people get on there and support.
Yeah, I mean, you go on
T102.
Facebook a couple times a day.
Oh, yes. I'm a creeper.
Yeah, but you usually comment as your wife. Here comes Miller stepping up, lets it fly. Hoffman makes the reception at the 10. 5, touchdown Nativity.
A big play, 41-yard touchdown pass, no doubt about it. Straight down the sideline. Huffman turns on the burners for the reception and the touchdown, 41 yards.
So the point after attempt, is Nativity going to kick or are they going to go for 2? They're putting the block down, John.
Yeah.
Miller waits the snap, the placement down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:29 left to play here in the third quarter. It's Nativity 34, Williams Valley 20. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
T102, your local high school football connection.
34-20. Big pitch and catch by Cody Miller. Jacob Hoffman for 6. John, how about that Sunbury Motors Company drive summary?
Yeah, 2 minutes, 43 seconds after the interception. Another big mistake. 5 plays, total of 56 yards, 41 yards. Miller to Hoffman. Hoffman takes it in for his 3rd touchdown of the ball game.
So the Waves set to kick this one off. Long kick on the way. Achenbach will field it around the 10. Achenbach trying to duck his way ahead. Push it out to about the 28, 27. And the Vikings will get the football back down by 2 scores.
Yeah, back and forth a little bit, Chaz. That big first quarter for Nativity when they put 14 in the board. But since then, a little back and forth. But coming out here in the third quarter, pretty much the same way they did in the first quarter and putting up 2 scores.
Big interception, the key. That could be the Black Rock Trucks uplifting play of the game right there by Marcus Valpel. If you've ever dreamed big about getting the full experience with your car, truck, or SUV, well, your dreams are now reality at Black Rock Trucking Equipment and Joe Thur's Automotive. Herb's pass incomplete on first down makes it 2nd down and 10.
Oh, at the end of the night, there's going to be a lot of people, and I don't care what the score ends up. They're going to be talking about the pressure that this Nativity team put on Herb all night long. So far, just 7 for 20 for Bryson. That's an outstanding job, not only by the front guys, but by these defensive backs.
So 2nd down at 10, 2:16 left to play here, third quarter. Herb again, under center, drops back, looking to throw, pressure coming, unloads. Engel gets a step, and it's knocked away by Valpel again. And we're at the 3rd down and 10.
And I could see Engel a little upset. He thought it was pretty much face guarding, but it does not go that way, and Nativity turns away that bomb again. Making it frustrating for those Vikings tonight. Usually a very potent offense through the air, but Green Wave really rising to the occasion.
We're going to bring Evans and Gillard to the near side. Looking the opposite way, across the field he goes. Engel juggling. And no indication yet. I believe they're going to mark that he caught the football, John. Let's see. Yep. Just shy of the sticks. It looks from here. 4th and 1.
Give him 9 yards on that reception. And, now Tim really has a decision to make here, Chaz, as to whether he wants to take a chance here. I believe he does.
4th, less than a yard, but the football is right around the Viking 37, maybe 38-yard line.
Yeah, it's pretty close there, Chaz.
Baby.
Here we go. This could be the play of the game.
And here's Herb on a sneak, and he'll have the first down as he crosses the 40 to the 41. And that'll keep the drive moving here for Williams Valley. Also keeps that clock rolling once they set the chains.
Yeah, Bryce, that's his first carry of the game, Chaz. First time, and right up the gut, but the most important part, it's a first down, keep the drive alive.
So Herb carrying the football ahead. Bring a man in motion. Toss this time for Wolfgang, looking to get to the outside, not going to get there. Read perfectly by Dylan Schreffler. Loss of 3 makes it 2nd down and 13.
Well, every time they try the sweep, these kids from the secondary come up so quickly for Nativity and have just shut it down all night long.
So 2nd down and long, and see if Tim Savage tries to get a playoff here. 30 seconds left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Down by 14. Herb under center. Calls the play, looking, turns, fires.
Oh.
And going downfield is going to be Jesse Engel, and now a flag comes in. I think that's going to be offensive pass interference.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jesse just out now pushed him away from him, and I think that's the way it's going to go, Chaz.
So let's see.
Not much. I don't think there's much question here on the play, Chaz. I think it's a frustration push.
Engel feels like people are bumping and shoving longer than the 5 yards, John.
Yeah, and he's talking to him now. Okay, what do you want to do here? It was incomplete no matter what. We're talking about whether they want to take it down or not.
It's going to be pass interference on the offense. That penalty will be declined. It'll be 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, I was pretty sure, Chaz, that's the way it was going to go.
Clock stopped with 14 seconds remaining here in this 3rd quarter.
And with this kind of a lead, you'd rather see them lose it down.
So Wolfgang going to be the deep back. Herb under center. Pressure coming again. Has some time. Looks downfield. It's complete to Brady Evans. And Evans is going to have a first down and more as he's pushed out of bounds around the 41-yard line in Green Wave territory.
About 21 yards. Evans certainly stepping up his game here. In the second half, he had one catch for 34 yards in the first half. Here in the second half, 2 catches for 53. And he keeps the drive alive. Unofficially the 13th first down for these Vikings.
So a receiver each way here for Williams Valley. The give is to Wolfgang. Draws straight ahead. Works out a 1 tackle, then a second. And Wolfgang looks to try and get off to the races. And he'll finally be pulled down. Oh, well, John, maybe around the 15, maybe the 13-yard line.
Yeah, looks
tough to call, but you know what? The 3rd quarter's over. Final 12 minutes up on the board here tonight in St. Clair. And at the turn, it's Nativity 34, Williams Valley 20. The Old Granddad is coming up next, right here on WAVT Pottsville.
Football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Scoop News.
14-yard line, John. 1st and 10 for Williams Valley in that Daywald and Lengo red zone. Things could be heating up here for the Vikings, like the full line of Harmon and Heat and Glow gas fireplaces and pellet stoves available at Daywald and Lengo Hardware along Long Run Road in Friedensburg.
Vikings putting together a pretty good drive here after that last score by Hoffman, trying to get back into this ball game. Can't let it get away here in the fourth quarter.
Herb looking to throw on 1st down. Steps up, lets it fire back in the end zone, and it's complete for a touchdown to Jesse Engel in double coverage. And the Vikings are back on the scoreboard.
14-yard touchdown pass, Engel again. And he's coming alive here in this second half, Chaz, as he gets in the end zone for the 2nd time tonight.
I think the Vikings may be going for 2 here, John.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it at this point, Chaz.
It's been a strange ball game.
Yeah, high scoring. We thought it would be.
So Herb will get the play and heads into the huddle. Could that be the Phoenix Physical Therapy flexible play of the game, John?
Oh, there's so many to choose from, Chaz. When we get to the end, I'll tell you.
All right. I'm going to continue to ask.
I'll play the game.
Herb looking to throw for 2. Looks to that back corner again. And it's complete for 2.
Guess who?
Jesse Engel.
Jesse Engel again.
So the 2-point conversion is good. 11:52 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's Nativity 34, Williams Valley 28. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
Like what you're hearing with high school football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Scoop News.
So the Vikings back in the end zone once again in a 2-point conversion. Both Herb to Engel connections, 34-28. Nativity still out in front. Let's talk about that Sunbury Motors drive summary, John.
2 minutes, 38 seconds, a total of 72 yards and 9 plays, 14-yard touchdown pass from Herb to Engel, 2-point conversion with Engel.
And Nativity will take possession of the football around the Green Wave 27.
Well, you can hear the Nativity faithful now. Let's go. Oh, let's get a drive here. Let's use up some of that time. We still have the lead. We have the football. Let's make this possession last for a while and get a couple first downs in there.
Miller with an empty set. Spolsky coming across the formation. Miller will fake the handoff there, keeps it. And picks up maybe 2. Coming up to make the stop is going to be Brady Evans.
And they continue to run against that front of the Vikings. They have not been intimidated by that Viking front on defense. They just keep going at them.
So 2nd down and 8 here for Nativity. Hoffman now the deep back. Miller calls for the football. Drifting to his left, looking to throw. Pressure coming, throws it underneath. It's complete to Spolsky. Spolsky has a first down and is pushed out of bounds. Bronson Kelly there to impede the progress, but it is good enough for a first down. And the football going to be spotted at the Williams Valley 47-yard line.
Boy, a heck of a play there juking around a little bit, Chaz, but a 24-yard pickup for that first down, and they're on the move, and like to run a couple here, get that clock down a little bit more.
So Miller back in the gun again. 2 receivers, far side, calls for the football. Handoff this time. It's going to be Hoffman looking to get forward. Not going to find a whole lot of room there. Coming up to make the stick, Cruz Banda, along with Jackson Yoder. Also Kobe Bettinger in on the stop. A gain of 1 makes it 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, and they keep running at the middle, Chaz. I mean, they do this to open it up a little bit more. They certainly have done a good job in attacking this Viking defense.
So 2nd down and 9 for Nativity. Miller waits, Spolsky in motion, and some flags flying in, and whistle's going to stop this. Let's see what this is going to be. It's going to be illegal procedure against the Green Wave. That'll set him back 5. It'll make it 2nd down and 14 here, John.
Yeah, non-officially 8 penalties against Green Wave tonight.
This one quickly becoming an instant classic.
Absolutely. It's a great game, Chaz. Everything we expected, though. We expected a close game. We expected a high-scoring game, and it certainly has turned into that.
So 2nd and 14. Again, the Wave going to run the empty set here. Spolsky again, fake there. Miller dropping back, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Sets up and lets it rip. Tipped ball in the air, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Hoffman. Covered across the way by Logan Willier. And it'll make it 3rd down at 14.
Yeah, good pattern, but good defense again now. There's been some big plays passing the ball, but there's been some terrific plays by both defensive backfields here today. Quite a challenge against a lot of very good receivers.
John, is it me, or if we look to our right into St. Clair, it looks clear. But out in front, it's almost looking like the Eagles, Chicago Bears fog bowl.
Oh, boy. You can see the fog moving in.
But you can't see it off to our right in town.
Nope.
It's just here under the lights. Might be the old remnants from Connie Mack. As Miller hit when he tries to throw that one. Williard with an interception. And that could be the Blackrock Truck Joe Sturrs Automotive uplifting play of the game right there as the Vikings create a turnover here with 9:44 left to play, 4th quarter. Nativity still out in front, 34-28.
Boy, that could really be costly now. Chaz, as he throws it up, and here come the Vikings now, and they certainly have been putting together a decent second half.
So each team sharing some turnovers here tonight, John.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers, a lot of penalties.
We're almost at a half dozen.
Oh, yeah.
So 1st and 10 for Williams Valley. Herb back again, gives the Wolfgang straight ahead run. Wolfgang still trying to keep things moving. They'll give him forward progress. A pickup of 6.
Well, we said he's had a big second half carrying the football, and they continue to mix it up a little bit here, Chaz.
TJ Wagner making the tackle, 2nd down and 4. Joey Shimo checking things out on Skook News on Facebook and tuned in tonight.
One of our good buddies and teammates.
He had a night off tonight. His weekend wasn't as crazy as ours.
No. Well, I know Joey. It could have been.
Wolfgang rolling forward. Let's see where they spot this. A bunch of Green Wave in on the stop, and they're going to mark it about a yard short. So a pickup of 3 makes it 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, big play again, Chaz. I mean, everything is a big play now. There are no small plays from here on out because they will decide what happens in this ball game.
The ball resting right in midfield, John.
Yeah, that's an easy one because it's right in front of us.
Thank you. Give us to Williard once again. And Logan's got a first down. Barrels his way ahead for 4. Tackle made by Grant Lapachinski.
You know, Williard, that's his 7th carry of the night, Chaz. He doesn't have a lot of yardage. His longest run was 5 yards, but he's got 2 TDs, and he has turned 3 of those short runs into first downs.
You know, the amazing thing, Williard comes in at 5'8", 155 pounds, and he's the fullback.
Not a lot of weight there.
Toss to Wolfgang, trying to turn the corner. Not going to find that easy. Is stepping up is Cody Miller. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
They have not let them get outside very often all night, Chaz, and that's a real tribute to the defensive ends and those outside linebackers for the Green Wave.
Joey says he's at home getting ready for a milestone with his daughter Braylon. Tomorrow, First Communion, John.
Oh, fantastic. Congratulations to our little buddy Braylon.
Official's going to take a timeout here. Not sure what's going down. But Jason Boris coming over to talk to Pat Mason a little bit. Oh, put 7:45 on the clock, they're saying.
No, okay.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 here with 7:45 remaining in the 4th quarter. 34-28. Nativity with the lead. Williams Valley with the football right around midfield.
Banging, crashing, and running, Chaz.
Story of your life, JP.
Yeah, we won't go into that.
Full house backfield. Herb steps up into the middle, but that's going to be knocked out of the air. Coming up to defend that was, I believe, Braden Feisel.
Feisel and Spolsky was around there, but I think Feisel got a hand in.
I think the spotter saw the 7, but it was 17, John. So the clock stops on the incomplete pass. 3rd down and 10.
Okay. We're back in the go.
Getting ready to move it right along here.
3rd and 10, no, Chaz. This is crunch time.
So Herb ready. Calls for the football. Looks downfield at the sticks. Pass is complete. Defensive back slips down. And it's Brady Evans off to the races for a first down and more inside the 20-yard line. Boy, Evans put a move on. Schreffler saving the points off the board. But it's going to be a big-time gain here for Williams Valley. And let's see. So you can't see the lines over there, John. It's
no.
Not going to be helpful, but it looks to be right on the 20, maybe the 19.
Yeah, okay, we'll take the 19.
Take the 19.
27-yard hookup here from Herb to Evans again. Evans having a big second half.
1st and 10. Give again is the Wolfgang. Hunter trying to get off that left edge. TJ Wagner there to grip him up, but Wolfgang is able to spring ahead for a few. Give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Boy, now you go back to your game, your diversity. This is so important at this point that you be able to not dial in to just knowing that they're going to pass or knowing that they're going to run. This is a great part of these offenses.
So 2nd down, 7 yards to go here for the Vikings, trailing 34-28. 6:30 left to play, 4th quarter. Evans out, gives it to Willier. A little bit of a quick duck off the edge, but not much running room there. Picked up a couple yards. Jacob Hoffman in on the stop.
Yeah, we'll give him a yard on that thing.
So 3rd and about 6.
Does he go upstairs, Chaz?
I think that's what the Vikings are going to call to order here, John, but let's see. Herb Bankey is going to throw. Looking. Angle open again, makes the catch. And will be forced out of bounds inside the 5. It'll be first and goal as the Vikings in that Daywald and Lengo red zone once again.
Well, let's see where they put the spot here, Chaz.
Tough to see.
About the 2?
Maybe the 2. Let's say first and goal from the 2, John.
All right, so a long pass across, picked up 13 yards because of the position, but they're in great shape now here with first and goal from the 2.
You think they call old number 2 again, JP?
Yes.
Here comes Herb out from underneath. The give is to Williard. And no indication yet. Still
Well,
no
all the
signal.
Williams Valley kids raise their arms, but that doesn't count.
It'll be second and goal.
So we'll give them a yard up the middle. Amazing, they just don't want to believe
I don't know that you can
these
get
kids.
any closer. I mean, where these guys are standing, it's...
Yeah, they're honest kids. You know, what the hey?
I know an honest kid. Jay Skook that writes for Skook News. He's honest. Straight down the line coverage there.
You got that right. I read it every day.
SkookNews.com. Second and goal. Herb may call his own signal here. He does. Big pileup.
I don't think
And
he's
let's
in
see.
there.
I don't think he is either.
Oh, they
Touchdown.
are saying yes.
Touchdown for the Vikings, and Williams Valley has now tied the ball game with 5 minutes remaining.
Well, I'll tell you, only the second run by Herb. All night he has a total of 4 yards rushing, but the biggest touchdown of the night as far as the Vikings are concerned.
And Rafferty out to attempt the point after. This could be huge, John.
Absolutely.
So the snap back, the placement down, the kick is up, and the kick
That's
is good. 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Williams Valley takes their first lead of the ball game. It's the Vikings 35, Nativity 34. Back after this on T102 Sports.
T102, connected to you through local high school football.
Williams Valley takes their first lead of the night. Bryce Herb scrums in from one. Extra point good, 35-34 Williams Valley. John, how'd they get there?
Well, I got to tell you, this was a long drive. Their longest of the night, 4 minutes, 44 seconds. They go a total of 59 yards in 11 plays. 1 yard plunge by Herb, and really important Rafferty after he missed his first one this year. Kicks it through to give him the lead.
Yeah, but here Rafferty misfires on the kickoff, and it goes out of bounds on about the 43-yard line. Or no, 48-yard line rather, John.
Wow, on their own.
And Nativity is going to get it at their own 48 to start this drive.
Boy, I have to tell you what, there's been so many swings in this game, Chaz. It'll be tough sitting. I'm sure Leroy writing this thing up is going to be talking about that. Now, you know what, Chaz? He just moved it. Wait a minute.
Did they tack on a 5-yard penalty?
I didn't
kick going out of bounds.
see.
I didn't know you could get the 5-yard penalty on top, or maybe it went out of bounds.
Now the ball's on the 45.
No,
looks like
no,
it.
No. The 45 is right in front of me. That's about the 47.
Oh, okay.
On the Williams Valley side of the field. Flag comes in as Jacob Hoffman's off to the races. A big gain. This looks like it's going to be erased by a hold.
I'm going to start moving back here a little farther if it's another penalty against the Green Wave. And it
Holding against Nativity. That'll take the yardage away from Hoffman. That'll be a 10-yard spot penalty. That'll be about 1 yard into the formation, so it'll be 1st and 19 here for Nativity.
Boy, it has been fair to Huffman all night. He had two big runs that were called back with holding penalties. So what are we on there, Chaz? On
let's see, 45 back. Well, maybe the 44, John.
44
yeah,
looks like.
44.
Yep, their own 44 now. They were in opposition territory a minute ago, but not there now.
Miller looking to throw this time, drifting left again, lets it rip, passes complete to Keegan Brennan. Brennan, as he catches the football, immediately hit by Bryce Herb. I'm going to say Brennan's completion happened at the Williams Valley 39. So big time play there.
17 yards. It couldn't come at a better time, Chaz. Brennan gets his second catch of the evening.
So 2nd down and 4 here for Nativity. Miller sends 2 to the far side. Low snap. Miller's going to have to try and tuck and run. Not going to find that easy as Jesse Engel combines with Ezzy Height to make the tackle.
I'll tell you, Miller saved it, though. They only lost a yard on that, Chaz. That could have been a lot worse.
3rd down and an even longer 4 here now for Nativity. This is a big 3rd down for both teams, John.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think whoever can seize this down, JP,
this could
has
be it.
seized a little of the momentum in this ball game.
Absolutely. They keep this drive going, and that's a biggie right now. Although you know they're going to go for it no matter what, Chaz, a little bit later.
So Miller again in the gun. Sprinting out to his right. Pass is deflected. And coming up with the big hit on the ball was Hunter Wolfgang. Incomplete, almost intercepted, a diving attempt on the far side. The ball hits the grass, and it's 4th and 4 here for Pat Mason, and a big decision to come.
Sure is, Chaz. This is it. You know, 4th, and certainly a makeable 4. Do you go to Hoffman? I go to Hoffman.
Oh,
but
no doubt about it.
I throw it to him.
So 4th and 4, and I think Pat Mason wants some more time to discuss this. 3:21 remaining here in the 4th quarter. It's Williams Valley 35, Nativity 34. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
T102 Sports.
4th and 4 here for Nativity. 3:21 left to play, 4th quarter. 35-34. The Green Wave trailing Williams Valley. Miller rolling right. Pass complete to Spolsky. Is he going to get to the sticks? A flag coming in, and that could be roughing the passer. So let's see what this is about. The football around the sticks, John. But let's see what the flag dictates.
Spot looks like he has the 1st down.
But let's see. Jason Boris comes over. Dead ball, personal foul. Roughing the passer on the Vikings. That'll be 15 more tacked on, and it's definitely a 1st down now.
Well, I'll tell you, Spolsky, nice catch for the 1st down, Chaz, and they're moving again.
So that'll stop the clock with 3:15 remaining. 35-34, Williams Valley leading Nativity. A nail-biter in St. Clair here tonight.
Absolutely, Chaz. You know, They've sputtered a little bit in the second half, but they're getting it going at a very, very important time.
So 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. Clock running, under 3 minutes to go. Miller waiting. Hands the football off to Hoffman. Hoffman straight ahead, might have scooted for 2. Whole bunch of white clads in on the tackle.
Well, you got to believe, Chaz, they're looking at play selection here. The best thing that could happen in Nativity was to run this down and score and not leave much time for the Vikings to respond.
So a pickup of about 3 makes it 2nd down and 7. Jesse Engel in on the stop for Williams Valley. Miller ready, waits for the snap. Give again is the Hoffman. Juke and jiving his way forward. And Jackson Yoder making the tackle, but Hoffman able to chunk ahead for 5. Will make it 3rd and 2.
Well, we've talked about him being the horse all night. He's up to 18 carries on the night, Chaz. And here we go.
Spolsky on the carry, John. Give Spolsky credit for the 5-yard run.
I'll take that off.
And Pat Mason just letting time wind about here.
Yeah, absolutely.
About a minute and a half, and Miller's going to hit the huddle.
Boy, in the driver's seat as far as controlling the football and what's going to happen at the end.
Nativity in the Daywald and Lengel red zone, but need to use a timeout here. We'll take one, 2. 1:25 left to play, 4th quarter. It's Williams Valley 35, Nativity 34. Back after this on T102 Sports.
Now back to Chaz and JP for local high school football on T102.
3rd down and 2 for Nativity. Another big 3rd down situation as the clock is rolling down in this 4th quarter.
Here
One
we go.
point Williams Valley lead.
Everything we thought it would be, Chaz.
Miller hands the Hoffman, whistles blow, and I think we may have an offsides here. Let's see who it's on. It's going to be a false start on Nativity, and that'll set them back 5, and that makes 3rd and 2, 3rd and 7.
And that's a big deal at this time in the ball game, Chaz. Just as simple as it can be.
So that changed the play call here a little bit.
Yeah, I would think so. Moves the ball back to, looks like around the 16, Chaz.
Well, John,
17?
yeah, maybe to 17.
Yeah, we'll make it to 17. Third and 7 as opposed to 3rd and 2. Yeah, I think you change what you're going to do.
Well, Miller fakes the handoff, a little play action, looks to the outside, pass complete to Spolsky. That's good enough for a 1st down for Nativity.
Well, I'll tell you, what a great fake. He throws everybody, threw a dart to Spolsky. Oh, he is right at.
He is. They're going to call for a measurement.
They're going to call for a measurement. That is so close.
John Challenger taking a rare night off to take this in. Of course, the Crimson House, part of our Sack the Sideline reporter. Halftime entertainment on Facebook. Lots of big things happening in the Crimson House. So let's see. The sticks come out, and it will be short.
Oh,
just short of the sticks.
So we're talking 4th and an inch.
We're talking 4th and something, John. that the football's way on the other side of the field. I can't even see. Well, now they're going to bring the chain out.
Oh, they're going to bring it
down.
out to put it down.
Yeah, there's a couple of links in there.
Wow. Chaz, 2 of the best teams in the area. It comes down to a minute and 10 seconds.
I blame
left. Wow.
Coop for that. Coop was probably stretching to try and adjust for a first down, and when he put him back down, he shortchanged the drive. I blame Jerry. I don't know that happened, and he's going to kill me for saying that.
Oh, sure.
I can't say that's what happened. So
I don't know.
I'd like to bust
accuse
Jerry
him
a little
of
bit.
stretching?
Well,
that's an exercise. That's all.
That's true. So 4th and inches, and the ball game comes down to this. With 1:10 left to play here in this fourth quarter, 35-34. Williams Valley leading Nativity. The Wave with the football around the Viking 10-yard line. And a timeout for the Vikings.
No question there.
55 seconds. All that's showing on the clock here, 4th and inches. When we come back, it's Williams Valley 35, Nativity 34. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports. Well, look at what's going to happen here, John. A field goal attempt for the Green Wave. Miller taking his drop steps. Vikings looking to bring the house. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. No good on the field goal attempt. And the Vikings get the football back with 51 seconds and a 1-point lead.
Everybody was holding their breath, Chaz. I mean, you could have heard a pin drop at that point as they kicked the ball both sides. But I got to tell you what, the ones who were most excited were the Viking defensive players. Immediately started jumping around. They had a much better look than we did. And
not sure if Nativity, they may have one timeout if they have any. All Bryce Herb needs to do is take a knee. Tim Savage going to use a timeout.
Sure.
We'll take one, too. 51 seconds left to go here in the fourth. It's Williams Valley 35, Nativity 34. Back after this on T102 Sports. Out of the timeout, Bryce Herb does take a knee. The clock rolling here, and I don't think Nativity has a timeout left.
Well, this will be another knee.
Yeah, this ball game is over.
Victory.
Williams Valley comes back from a 21-point first quarter deficit to escape St. Clair with a victory here tonight. That's going to do it. Final score in this one, Williams Valley 35, Nativity 34. Coming back with the MI Windows and Doors postgame show right after these words on T102 Sports.
T102, your local high school football connection.
Welcome to the MI Windows and Doors post-game show tonight from St. Clair. At MI Windows and Doors, it's the clear choice because there's a lot goes on behind their windows. And John, this was a game for the ages. If you're just tuning into T102 Sports, we encourage you when we wrap up here to go to Scoop News on Facebook or scoopnews.com and you can watch this ball game back. Whew. I don't know about you, buddy, but I don't know if it's the doubleheader today, the Blue Tavern between games for some ribs tonight, or just the sheer up and down emotion in this ball game here tonight. Nativity raced out to a 21-0 lead and looked like gangbusters coming out. The Vikings eventually getting things together. Coming back in, Nativity opens the second half with a run back of the opening kickoff there, pushes it back out to 14. But in the end, Williams Valley wins 35-34. Whew.
And we're worn out, Chaz. It was that kind of a ball game. I think you saw every fan that was here was worn out at the end of the game. There were so many times you thought, okay, somebody's rolling. Then there was a penalty or a turnover, whether it was an interception or a fumble, or as I said before, a penalty at a critical time. And then the mojo changed a little bit. But at the end of the day, with 0 on the clock, Williams Valley comes away with the 1-point win in what can only be termed a classic between two of the best teams this area has this year.
Listen, I'm going to go out on a limb, although there are some teams that stake their claim into this single-A race. If Wednesday the AD say it's going to be the District 11 playoffs only for our area teams, I got to believe, John, that this game will happen for a second time this season. I do firmly believe that this matchup could end up well being the District 11 Class A championship.
I'm on board with you with that. I'll put up half the money as long as we split the winnings.
I mean, I don't want to insult the folks at Marion,
no.
Monoy area.
Oh, no.
Tri-Valley. I don't want to insult those other three programs. Please don't take it that way. But these two teams are in the upper echelon of Schuylkill County football.
No question about it. And you're right. I don't care what the classification is. These are two quality football teams, two quality programs. Great matchup here tonight. And Tim Savage's kids come away with a victory, but Nativity played their hearts out. And, a 1-point game, there are no moral victories. But this program is here on Lawton's Hill.
Well, John, life is about motion, and orthopedic injuries are just part of life. Phoenix Physical Therapy helps you rise to new heights after an injury by creating a program focused on you. With direct access, you can easily schedule an appointment in one of their convenient clinic locations in Pottsville, Origsburg, Frackville, Pine Grove, or Gratz. At Phoenix, you can recover, recharge, and rise. Visit PhoenixPhysicalTherapy.com to schedule your physical therapy visit. And let's talk about what you think is the Phoenix Physical Therapy flexible play of the game tonight.
Well, actually, I thought it all came pretty much on a touchdown play with 2:38 was taken off the clock, a 72-yard drive. But it was Engel finally flexing his way, working his way against that really tough defensive backfield of the Green Wave tonight, and caught that 14-yard touchdown pass and ended up catching the 2-point conversion after that as he flexed his way through there, made great motion, wide open both times. I give Engel the flex play of the game tonight.
Well, John, it's been a busy night. I mean, your pens are almost out of ink. I mean, let's see that toolbox of yours open once again, and let's find who turned the wrenches, torqued up, and let's get our final numbers here tonight. They're not just tools, they're Mac tools backed by great service from John Chirico. Give John a call at 570-582-3776.
Okay, let's take a look at numbers. There's a lot of them. Let's take a look at Nativity. Miller, 10 rushes for 37 yards. Hoffman, big night, 17 rushes for 87 yards, 2 TDs. Spolsky, 5 rushes for 21 yards, a total of 32 carries for 145 yards, Chaz. But in the second half, the Williams Valley defense only allowed 14 yards rushing. That was a big deal. Throwing the ball tonight, Miller 9 for 17. Brennan 2 catches for 53. Spolsky 4 for 44. Huffman 1 for 41. Schreffler 2 for 10. Total 158 yards. Total yardage 303 for the Green Wave. For the winning Vikings, Herb 2 carries for 4 yards, but one of those was a TD. Wolfgang 14 carries, 89 yards. Williard 9 carries, 22 yards, but more important, 3 touchdowns. White Ash 1 carry for 5 yards. Total of 26 carries for 120 yards for the Vikings. Through the air, Englewood 4 catches for 47 yards, 3 TDs. Williard with 1 catch for 9 yards. Evans 4 catches, 115 yards. Chaz. Wolfgang 2 catches for 57. Gilliard 1 catch for 19. Herb 12 for 28, 247 yards, a total of 367 total yards for the Vikings tonight, and that big 1-point victory.
Well, John, a lot of numbers up on the board here tonight. And, well, have you ever dreamed big about getting the full experience with your car, truck, or SUV? Well, your dreams are now reality. As BlackRock Trucks and Equipment and Joe Thurs Automotive can handle your repairs, customization, or luxury features all under one roof. From roof to rubber, bumper to bumper, no job is too big or too small. Make your way to 109 Fireman's Road in Frackville to find BlackRock Trucks and Joe Thurs Automotive. And, John, what did you see as the uplifting play of the night?
Well, it's another one. It was one of the shortest runs of the night, but in that second half, when the Vikings put together a 71-yard drive after that long touchdown run that really seemed to pop the air out of the balloon, they came back 71 yards in 6 plays, and honestly, the uplifting play for the evening was Williard with that 1-yard run into the end zone, just got the Vikings pumped up.
Well, John, it's that time of the night where we start talking about some players that did great things on the gridiron this evening. Let's start with our Savage 61 lineman of the game. It's your first call when your credit has you on the sidelines. It's Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership. Who did you like in the trenches here tonight?
Well, Jackson Yoder had a terrific game at center for Williams Valley. Just did so many things well. It's got to be Jackson Yoder.
A lot of Williams Valley's big chunk runs came right up the gut, and that's where Yoder's starting every play. So I gotta agree with you on that one.
Yeah, and you look at Williard, 3 touchdowns. How boom, right through the middle of that line.
Well, John, let's talk about our Aaron Sales and Lease Defensive Player of the Game. At Aaron's, the big score gets you started. This player prevented a big score tonight. I think Logan Williard stepped up in there, JP. Playing linebacker, he got his hands in some passes. He might have even had a pick tonight.
He had a great game, and I got to tell you what, Chaz, that turned the ball game around in the second half. That interception was a big deal, and just the overall defensive effort by the Williams Valley Vikings in that second half. I mean, you hold a very potent Nativity team who had rolled up a bunch of yards to just 14 yards running in the second half. We probably could have picked a lot of kids there, but Williard certainly was a standout tonight.
Well, just like TB Landscaping turns your property into the all-star in your neighborhood, this player brought their A game tonight. And who'd you like as our TB Landscaping player of the game?
Well, a guy I think who really turned it around for Williams Valley tonight. He didn't have big numbers, but Jesse Englewood, 4 catches on the night for 47 yards. But more important, 3 of those hauled in for touchdowns. And, Chaz, we also saw him coming up from the defensive backfield linebacker positions and made a ton of tackles tonight. So Jesse Engel of Williams Valley walks away with that honor tonight.
Well, John, next Friday night we fly to the Eagles Nest for the Battle of the Birds between the Pine Grove area Cardinals and Blue Mountain Eagles.
Got to tell you, Pine Grove Cardinals at 0-3 are the most underrated team. They have been snake-bitten, but Frank Gaffney's kids have given it their all. And another snake-bitten team after the first week has been Blue Mountain. So let's see which bird comes out on top.
Well, that's where we'll be next Friday night. Pregame starts around 6:30, kickoff 7 o'clock. As we move this caravan around, we'll see if there's any extra games to cover next week as this week rolls on.
Anything tomorrow?
No, I think it's time for a day off. I mean, we could go to Philly and fill in for Merrill Reese and Mike Quick, but
no, it couldn't be as good a game as this. There's two quality teams here tonight. I don't know what's in Philly.
Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast. We got to thank Josh Muldowney and company here at Nativity for hooking us up and taking care of us. Jay Skook, Justin here with the live stream tonight, and you got to see it and hear it. And Mark Michaels back there at Chaos Central. Leroy Boyer for joining us at halftime. Both coaches giving us their time to get some interviews and all the information we need. John, I don't know about you, but I'm spent and ready for a nice day off.
Boy, I'll tell you what, we got together at 8:30 this morning to get this done, Chaz, with the morning show and 2 games. And I'll tell you what, we got our money's worth.
That's going to do it here from St. Clair tonight. For our on-site producer, Bill Tidmore, live streamer, Skook News. Bill's head goes right through the live stream there. Everybody got to see who the on-site producer was tonight. For John Powers, Chaz Hepler telling you for the final time, Williams Valley victorious 35-34 over Nativity. And you heard it all right here on T102 Sports.